Welcome everyone in chat to our winter sports coverage today. I have the pleasure to inform you all that Norway won gold, silver, and bronze today because, well, now that Russia doesn't compete and we've gotten rid of France, frankly, we could just get rid of the whole world championship part of these tournaments and just call them the Norwegian finales.
I feel like you want me to care.
Hold on a minute. If
He's
it's
trying
winter, then
very
surely
hard.
Canada can give you some decent runs for your money.
God, no.
No one considers hockey a real sport. They do have good fights, though. I'll give them that.
Okay, so since we're now live, I can announce this publicly. Kibbs, I have been given permission to invite you to the Tubcast.
Given permission?
Yeah.
Who's in charge, Dev?
I haven't been given permission to invite Arch yet, though, so he'll have to wait.
Barch is not on the fly zone list.
The problem is, Kyle is property.
You see, this is when he just shows up. It's like, well, you invited my property, which means by de facto you invited me.
He does that, by the way.
Property isn't allowed to go places without their owners. This is known.
Or at the very least, a chaperone.
A chaperone.
It's alright, I'll chaperone Kibbs.
Look at that. Canada only won, a pathetic 4 gold medals in the last Olympics in Beijing. Your country should just not exist anymore.
Oh,
good.
Dev's Canadian. I was like, who are you talking to?
I think your piece of shit
Get
country won
fucking-
even less, Kyle.
I keep forgetting Dev's not American.
He pretends to be, though.
Are
He
you
actually
trying to
genuinely does.
upgrade him?
Dev, you want to
He's
become
transcended
American?
to not caring about the Olympics in any way, shape, or form.
Dev's like, is there more food involved? It's like, yes.
Olympics are important.
It's like America has
We really
food.
should have done an ogre campaign rather than a rat campaign. I feel like it would have interested Dev a lot more.
Oh my god, yeah. You know what? After the Skaven one, we do an ogre one. There we go.
I thought we were
don't
doing the
think there
vampire
are
one.
any.
Sorry, ogres for
yeah,
Dev.
ogre vampires.
Ogre-
We can mix a match.
Ogre vampire.
Ogre vampires.
I mean, they can become
Dear God,
vampires.
how much they would have to eat a day.
Besides, I haven't got any permission to make a vampire RP.
Susan
What do you mean
didn't
permission?
okay it.
Now, before we got started, there was a few super chats that came in, so before YouTube decides to yeet those, Lord of the Opossum says late. That's true, Kyle was late. He arrived on time, basically, precisely, but of course, since he's the one needing to press the stream
Dad was
button,
also
he
late.
was late.
Barge was also late.
Listen,
I was here before
ever
you were.
since we had those
No, you weren't. Don't
connectivity
lie.
issues, I'm gonna
Don't
not
lie.
start until I know it works.
I still
Best this
preferred
way.
that time you started streaming to my channel randomly, for no particular reason.
I remember that. The chat's like, where's your stream? And he's like, oh shit, it's on a different channel.
Yeah, that happened in the early days.
What
In the early days of when I started helping Barch, I forgot that I was like, oh yeah, I gotta switch out the stream key. And so I'd be streaming and I'd be like, why is it not coming up? But it says
The
we're
chat's
live.
like, late. Cat's like, I'm not late. Chat, I'm not late.
It's like, but why isn't the stream working? That's so weird. What the fuck? And then looks at Arch's channel. Arch is live. What? That's weird. Oh no. No.
But like 1917 says, Squeck and Hey Large Christ, our fluffy Lord and Savior. Also, Breed Gibbs, hi Hans, hi Disco, how's Kitty?
Kitty is fine. He's currently
Kitty's
not in
not
the
fine.
room, so he doesn't,
Fake news. Kitty was sent to the invasion of Ukraine to help the locals.
No, he's not.
He's got a little helmet on. He's like, meow.
He's
Why did I
sleeping.
come here? Why am I here?
I can't even carry a gun or a javelin. What the fuck? This helmet's too heavy.
Now I'm
even.
just remembering that little video that someone did from Dawn of War, where they edited out all the soldiers' faces and they just
Oh, and they're
put
just
cats.
like little cats and like
meow, 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 meow. And then the fucking commissar was like a panther or something.
That was special.
That is certainly a thing. There's no doubt about it. Black 1917 also says, late rats must be punished, no XP. Disco and Hans, best girls for not being late.
Yeah,
Nancy's a good girl, that's true.
I agree.
Everyone agrees. Ketchup would make for the best female of the bunch. It's correct. And Lord of the Possum says, hello, everyone. There we go. I think I've got through the ones that snuck in before we started. So,
Sneaky pre-super chat.
last time, Dev was killed, so everything was going keikaku dori, at least in that regard.
Dev became paste. It's true.
He did become paste. He never
I
even
seem to
questions
remember he became an undulating mass. That's what I remember.
I'm at negative 63 HP.
No, if you remember, we actually decided that
You can't go that
you could
low.
only go to like negative
Because
10
the thing is,
at
you
most.
burned your XP already.
You mean my
Fate.
fate? Yeah,
Fate,
but that's just
whatever.
to survive being at negative 63.
No, you
Well,
can't.
no, but like
you,
mechanically speaking, if I
that's
remember,
against
right,
the
it only
rules.
goes to
You
negative 10.
you can't be sitting at
Um,
negative 63.
I
You're
don't
gonna.
think that's actually the case.
No.
That's what Art said, which is what matters.
Yes.
I don't think that's the case.
The GM has
I-
ruled on this.
I like
I
my
think
negative
you
63.
were the one who suggested this, Kyle. I think you were the one who tried making lying noises, Kyle.
No, you actually
Dev,
did
are
say
you trying
this
to get
at
out
the
of
session.
RPing for the next few sessions?
He
Is that what it
is.
is?
It's just like that one time when I tried to go get him to talk to an NPC, and he's like, I'm gonna kill him instead. It's like, oh my god.
Dev pamper-podded. Dev needs to
I
eat.
would recommend that Dev look up Lurking Hunger and take some pointers from Kyle how to roleplay somebody who literally can't do anything due to their body not functioning anymore.
I mean, I found ways. You'll find ways too.
Are we going to
Dev.
put Dev in a barrel?
We might put Dev in a barrel. There's every
If it's
possibility.
literally just 3 weeks of healing, I can sit around for 3 weeks. I don't mind.
No, but
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
though, because the
So-
story is
We don't have 3
time
weeks.
sensitive.
We don't
That's
need a
fine.
barrel.
The story will keep on without me. It's fine. You fill me in when I'm done healing.
We don't need a barrel. So,
Dev.
Kibbs, remember
This
what
is
was it?
literally being
Deep Space Nine?
obtrusive.
We can just do what Odo does. Have a little bowl, and we push him around in his little bowl.
Oh my
The
god.
bowl.
One day, Dev, one day you'll have to... You know what? No, he doesn't even understand. He can't understand. It's beyond him. It's beyond-
We have that engineer now, so maybe we can like get Dev a wheelchair.
We have special project for you.
Pretty much, regardless, Dev's coming
This-
on whatever mission we're
This
doing.
squeaky squeaky, we need it to move again.
He's that's so squeaky now, but we need him to be squeaky again.
At the very least, he must be mobile.
Listen, 3 weeks and I'll be back to normal. I'll just sit out. You guys can go do the plot without me for a bit. It's okay. I
No.
won't hold it against you. I'll just relax and have our servants feed me grapes.
No, we're not doing that.
That's what
Both
we're
of you
doing.
do
See, I
assume we
do
have
kind of
grapes.
enjoy that potential scene, though. Like, he's set himself up, he thinks he'll be fed grapes. Every single grape that falls towards his mouth, sausage is just there, and they're like, nope.
You cannot fucking reward Dev for not engaging in the RP. This is why he still is
You
the way
come
he
back
is now.
3 weeks later, Dev is just an emaciated corpse. The
No, you
sausage
see, this
very
is
fat.
when Naro decides to do bedside manner, and he comes to read terrible poetry
Now.
to him every single day.
It is time to turn him into RoboDev.
I am not going to be turned into RoboDub. I'll just wait it out. Thank
I
you.
mean, if you have 63 wounds, you can't choose. Sorry.
It's true.
That's right.
Sorry.
Either you have 63 wounds and you're too sick to talk to us,
'Cause if
or
you
you're
have
well enough to
63
talk to us and
you're-
object,
Look at it
and
this
you're
way.
enough to do the campaign.
Dev, look at it this way. Once you're done with the procedure, you can just start quoting RoboCop lines, but as a Skaven.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, hold on. What do we actually have to do in the next few days anyway? What's the current plot situation?
You forgot?
I didn't forget, but I
Jesus.
want you to like to really, just in case I remembered it incorrectly. So let's
forgot.
go over the situation. I know that wait, no, hold on.
What
We
are-
gave
what are we doing, Dev?
Anatoly the black armor, which
Squints
had
at
a
Dev.
bunch of interesting runes on it. So it's like, that's going to basically draw the attention of the head investigators here. And at this point, it's just, seeing what's going to happen. And potentially try to get Ludmilla out before they raid her little smuggler haven.
Right. So that can all go down while I'm healing, and by the time all the dust is settled, I'll be good to go.
Poop.
I don't mind. I'll be here in spirit.
No, that's not how that's
Sure.
gonna work, Dev, because the counters aren't balanced that way.
I'm sure Arch will take pity on you.
I will take pity on someone.
The poor NPCs. So, what happened last time was more or less as described. You've given the evidence to... I've forgotten his fucking name. Somebody help me, please. Vasily. There we go. No, that was somebody else.
Anatoly.
Anatoly. Good God. Ah, poor little NPC. I shouldn't give them Russian names. Russian names are actually kind of difficult to remember. Plus, right now, I feel like saying too many Russian words might get me sanctioned, frankly. So, you gave the Witcher 1 Season 1 ballsack armor to him so he could bring it to the meeting that was happening the next day. You also received a briefing from your warlock engineer who had followed Ludmilla, who had met a strange individual. He had gotten 3 of your storm vermins killed in the acquiring of this knowledge, because of weird shadowy knives that apparently had killed the storm vermins whilst he himself conducted a tactical withdrawal to save the valuable information, of course.
Mm.
So right now you're in the warren. It's pretty late, and the question is if there's anything else you can get done, or if you simply want to move on to the next day and have Vasily deliver his briefing and then get back to you that following night again.
I did look up the rules. You can have an infinite number of critical wounds, but critical wounds past, I think, 6 will always kill you. So
Well, that's we're saying that because you burned your fate, that
yes.
didn't
So
kill
I
you.
survived it, but now I can't take any damage. Also, just instantly die.
That is mildly unfortunate.
Yep.
But also,
So I guess I'll rest.
Adair has been placed within the cabin of your thing, where he will regain lots more hit points. And luckily, since we aren't using the original healing rules, where it takes, I think, a week of treatment to heal 1 critical wound, he will be back up and at it again, in less than the, I think, 6 odd or so months it would normally have taken him.
Yeah,
See,
so
part of me kind of likes the idea of those rules. Like, you go on an adventure, right? And then you have to go back to the village, your home base, and rest up for a few months before the next one. I mean, it's realistic, because you probably wouldn't go on back-to-back adventures, but at the same time, gameplay-wise, there are some minor problems with that.
I also feel like those rules don't necessarily line up with how we want to do this campaign.
No. If this was,
Considering,
because the thing is, right, this campaign's way more action orientated, like versus like something like Lurking Hunger, which Arch has referred to in the past. That was more of a horror themed campaign. Having those longer wounds was part of the tension. This doesn't need that kind of tension.
I also think you would have to almost structure the campaign around it. Like, you couldn't be on a mission like you guys are. You would have to be just, adventurers doing their thing.
Or alternatively, you would have to basically, everyone agrees, it's like, okay, we're playing members of
Skaven
a
season.
adventuring guild, and basically if a character gets to the point where they have to sit out for like a number of like weeks or months, you just roll a different character to play in the meantime.
Potentially, like hired help. Yeah, maybe. Alternatively, you could also do what they do in some Pathfinder and D&D campaigns, where you're literally expected to show up to the table with like 10 character sheets because they're just meat grinders.
Well, even in the cabin, I'm only curing 4 wounds a day, so I'll be here.
Now you are at -10, no more, because that is what I ruled last time.
Why not my huge number?
Why are
It's a
you
great number.
sabotaging the campaign?
Yeah, Dev, why are
I'm
you
not.
so adamant
You-
you don't want to play? Like, if you don't want to play,
This
just
is
tell
actually
Erica.
getting kind of annoying. Like, stop it.
All right.
Dev
that's fine.
is memeing. It is fine. Though, actually, seeing as I'm still not invited to the Tubcast, you know what, Dev? Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Okay, even at 10, that's still 25 wounds I have to heal. I'm still going to be in here for like a week.
Yes.
So, either way, I'm not doing anything. That's just how it is.
Now, back to the question of, is there anything else you'd like to try and squeeze through? Because it's currently night time, so is there anything else you want to do, or do you just want to pass time till next morning in Anatolia's report?
Well-
Did we do everything we had to do? We got her address from the Warlock engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We got what we needed evidence-wise from the town.
Do
Is there
you
anything else
guys?
that was time sensitive that we needed to do?
The thing I thought was going to be needing to do, we ended up just inadvertently do by running into the necromancer in the graveyard. So immediately, I can't think of anything.
Do we still
No.
have healing potions? Can we bath Dev in the healing
We
potions?
have 6. I
Oh.
was actually going to ask if you guys think I should take
Considering how
like,
cheap they
2
are,
of them from the storage we have of 6.
We literally just put Dev in a bath made of healing potions.
well, give some to Dev so he heals faster.
But that's what I'm saying, 2 for me, just because I was also pretty heavily injured. I only have 5 remaining wounds.
I mean, if you rest for a day, how much will that go up?
4. I'll remove 4.
What
But the
would that
reason I
take
say 2
to?
is because I used 1 in combat.
I'd say
So basically,
don't-
1 to replace.
don't
hang
use
on.
them yet, but just hold on to it. And if we actually end up getting into combat, then use it.
Fine, I'll transfer 1.
Because
So I
you'll
have
also
the
get
2.
summoned from because you were also pretty heavily wounded, weren't you, Kyle? If I remember right.
Can healing potions be used on critical wounds?
Yes.
No, not on critical wounds.
Not on critical rape.
Well,
Nope.
it explicitly says
used-
it. It explicitly
different
says
game.
it in the healing drop. We have the routine ones.
No. I
Well,
was
that
thinking of a
means-
different system. Never
But
mind.
in that case, we would have to let him heal the criticals naturally. But once he got into
Yep. Then
his
boost him
normal
with the
HP,
potions.
we can just
Yep.
boost him. So that's 2.5 days.
That's
I think
better.
it would be I think 3 days plus potions to get me back up to full as fast as possible.
Kyle, how injured were you? Because you were pretty badly injured by the bat bush, I think.
The bat bush is the only thing that actually did do damage to me. I've got 6 wounds remaining, and I'm sitting on 1. About 9 wounds.
Yeah, you have 9. I have 13.
What if
The
we were
bat
to
bush
dip
could have done
sausage in healing potions and then Dev was to eat him?
It would be a net zero because the cyanide would do as much damage as the healing would.
Damn it.
If you remember, Sausage did coat himself in poison one time.
Yeah, that's just one time though. I don't know if he's still doing
It
it.
was a fairly potent poison, if I remember right, too.
Yeah.
It's become a ritual for Sausage now. He just bathes himself in that every morning. He does that assassin thing where they drink a little bit of poison to gain immunity so that he can just become poison. Besides, even if he dies, what happens to him? He just respawns.
Yeah. So we haven't got anything else time sensitive to do. Is it worth just resting up until the next thing happens?
How is Anatoly going to get a hold of us though? He doesn't know where we live.
We have a routine.
Remember the box in the bottom
Basically,
of the
he
sewer?
puts
Okay.
messages in a little box down in near the servant entrance, and we come and we check the box. That's
Sausage
right
is
now.
a fine courier.
Right now, that's our only line of communication.
All right, so if you're passing the first day, then you can tick off whatever healing you get for resting that day.
Which is 4 in
Mhm.
officer's quarters.
And is there anything you wish to do during the day, or are you simply just going to wait until you get Anatolia's report that following night?
Oh, I guess
I-
before we get too far into this, don't forget, because it's a new session, we do roll for the one raider.
Ah, yes.
I wouldn't mind doing some training with barbecue. I don't think I taught him recall last time because he wasn't listening.
That is true. So roll for the raider and roll animal handling training, whatever the hell it was, to try and get RBQ to figure out stop.
I believe it was animal care.
Okay.
Get 10 tokens.
God damn it. One of these times he's gonna do as he's told.
But
Another
not
feeling.
today.
Look, it's just repeating it. Eventually he'll get it, you know?
Maybe I'll just start digging his heels in and really getting difficult to deal with. No.
Well, then he'll get eaten, won't he?
Ah, the fate of so many pets in this campaign.
Like, you get eat. Come here.
All right. The day passes slowly, nicely, lovely, calmly, one might even say, until Sausage returns that same night to deliver the message from Anatoly. In fact, you are getting 2 messages this day. Imagine that. One is delivered via a actual, literal messenger during the day itself. One of the bandits that had previously gotten to your little hidey hole in your dealings with Ludmilla stop bys to deliver a letter from Ludmilla and then swiftly leaves again, having no particular interest in enjoying Skaven hospitality, having heard stories of last time.
These things happen.
And of course, you also have Sausage, who has delivered his own little letter.
What's in the sausage letter?
Well, you unfurl it gingerly, trying to get all of the splashed grape juice out of it without breaking anything.
And do we succeed?
No, roll agility.
All right, here we go. Oh shit, it's not gonna be a good roll. Oh hey.
Look at you wasting your high rolls at...
That's not how
ridiculous
these.
stuff.
That's not how dice work. Wasting.
That is
rolls.
how dice rolls work, yeah.
It's literally
Right,
determined
so-
by God. It's literally.
In Anatoly's letter, he says that the proof was very good. He's looked very competent in the eyes of the Imperial observers, having managed to get the clearly magical armor to show off. He's also, he mentioned specifically that he's the one who's done all of this, of course. He was the one who figured out what was ailing the neighboring city, and he also thinks that he's put a halt to the undead invasion there. He has done great services to the country and to Kislev.
You know what? That's perfectly fine if he thinks that.
And not only that, but he can also inform you that the Imperial expedition will be heading to the settlement as quickly as possible. They're expected to arrive during the night of the next day. So not the first night, but the next night, where they will immediately engage in their actions against the smuggling network under the cover of darkness.
What day? Just to clarify.
Not tomorrow, but 2 days from now.
Yes, not not this night and not the next night, but the night after that.
The perfect amount of nights needed in order for Dev to heal.
I mean, to be fair, if the investigation is like on a war barge, if I remember right, that's what they were coming in.
Love
It
it.
does take a decent bit of time for them to move from place to place.
It does, but that's not what I'm commenting on.
Yes, no, I get that.
So, when they arrive, they will immediately leap into action and do whatever they can do to not be useless, presumably.
Dude.
Seeing as you've also given Ludmilla's practically entire network to them, well, as far as you know, anyways, the warehouse and the cave out on the little island, it is likely to be swept pretty clean. So anything else you might want to acquire or benefit from these locations had best be done fairly swiftly.
Very good.
I can't infiltrate anymore though. Sorry.
The thing
Go on,
is, if
let's
we
do it.
wanted to get into the smuggler's cave, it would be a proper. Oh, I guess we could have asked for an invite, but when we tried to do it sneakily, it's just not gone well. Either because of a bad roll on our side or a stupid good roll on their side.
Nah, we're not gonna. See, the thing is, we're doing Skaven things. Okay, we're doing a good job being Skaven. We're backstabbing, which is normal. Oh, my bottle did that. That was weird. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We just need to backstab our way up instead of down. But such is the way of
Because the
Skaven.
good thing is, with them thinking Anatoly is competent, he's not actually competent. We are. Which means he's going to be reliant on us to actually get things done.
We also don't want to end up getting caught in there while they're raiding it.
Which
Yeah.
means we basically have to
It's
go
like,
there.
no, it's just
But-
stealing stuff.
Now that we have the time frame, we can set a meeting with Ludmilla to give ourselves a distinct advantage. And just like,
True.
look at them. The gears are turning. Where do you think we should set it up, guys? Come on. Let's do something exciting, but not dangerous. Where? I think not the alleyway, because she's going to be like, what the fuck? We didn't give the location of her house, though. But we also don't know the location of her house either. Oh, well, that shot ourselves in the foot there, didn't it? That's not good.
Wait, I thought we did know the location of our house.
We
That's
do.
What...
But she knows that we don't know.
Oh, she thinks we don't know.
Yeah, it's true. It would be very suspicious if we just were like, yeah, we know where you live.
Like, by the by, we're coming
We
over to
should
your
have
house,
known
sir,
where
Peter.
where she lived because she invited our sneaker squeaker over.
And he declined. That is
My
unfortunate.
God.
Otherwise, how the hell would we know that? That's too suspicious now. It doesn't sound good. Well,
My
Yeah,
Jesus.
we need an excuse for how we know.
yeah. And I don't see a good excuse for that. We were stalking you.
Our sneaker squeaker changed his mind and he had to follow you home.
He
because
decided that
forgot to ask you for your address.
He's like, actually, I do want to pursue a cool character story. And then yeah, that's what we'll go with.
If I remember right, he said, he referring to Arch, as Ludmilla was saying that the person she wanted Dev to meet was not going to be in town long, and I believe they already left.
We're just
Yeah,
going to
but
have
that
to...
would be the excuse as to why we went looking for a house. Because he was maybe trying to follow up on that. If she were to be suspicious, but that's still pretty suspicious.
No matter what you do here, you're going to come across as creepy little stalkers. It's true.
Yeah, it's not going to come... Like, it would be weird... I'm just thinking, let's think from her point of view. Okay, yeah, they know where I live. That's weird, but these guys are kind of weird to begin with. So it's not, like, it's in the realm.
Ah, that'll explain it. Like, yes, these really fucking creepy stalker people have followed me home. But you know what? I'll forgive them because they are kind of weird.
They are kind of
Or
weird.
I guess we could just kind of lean into it and be like, yes, we do checks on all of the people we work with.
We always talk our French friends.
We do. It's just a part of
It's
friendship.
basically like honor in Skaven society to be stalked.
It's a sign of trust in our community.
It's a sign that we like you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna bite.
We just look at look at Dev and be like, he has problem.
Just disavow Dev completely. Like,
He
yes,
has
we didn't want
problem,
to do
not
this,
good
but
with people. We do tell him it's impolite to follow people home.
this feels mean.
Under the bus with
he's the
it.
one that wants to stay in bed all week, so he can't defend himself.
It's true.
I'm
So we
thinking.
just take that bus and we throw Dev under it.
Thanks.
I
The
mean,
Imperial War Barge.
the only thing I can think of is that we're just gonna have to jump her at her house and nab her.
You know what I can think of?
Hmm.
I can think of you reading that fucking letter I had delivered to you from her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Why don't you have her address it?
Listen, the other letter distracted me to the point where I forgot about that.
All I'm saying is I'm looking at parcels and I'm
She's
not
like,
seeing a parcel.
You can find me at this location. Oh, well, that solves it.
All right, I'll open the other letter. That
Are you
might
sure,
help.
Kyle? Are you fucking certain?
Maybe.
You should think about it a little bit.
Now, open letter.
Are you sure? Is it
Yes.
important now? It's fucking important now, Kyle?
I mean, it was always important. I just forgot it existed.
Just put it in the bin.
It was always important, but I forgot. That sounds like a Skaven.
See, I wish I had professional actors playing for me too, because then I could prepare notes and stuff for them, but they wander all over the place. I don't dare risk it.
I mean,
Right.
you can pay us to act if you want.
I would rather pay you to write out the fucking letters. So, the letter from Ludmilla informs you that she has indeed found an interested party to take the artifacts off your hands. The interested party has left to make final negotiations with their master. And since things are heating up in the meantime, Ludmilla will move all of her operations to her cave, taking with her a guard group and most of the valuables, as well as she'll reposition there. This is to inform you that if you need to get a hold of her, she will be in the smuggler's cave instead.
That's unfortunate.
Well, that's mighty convenient.
It even includes a little map to it.
Now consider it.
Considering you didn't know about this place, as far as she's concerned, previously.
Yes, we didn't know about that.
I mean, yes, that's true.
Well, that's convenient.
We've
news
been
to
there
what
so
we're
many
nice to-
times.
She also points out that you should be very stealthy and only go there at night if you have anything to discuss, or better yet, send a representative, as the city has been getting awfully active as of late. And she also includes several witness reports, apparently, of people at the tavern talking about all kinds of weird activity and how there might be a snitch in the city talking to the Imperials a bit too much.
My
Scandalous.
God.
Actually, speaking of snitches and rumors,
Hans is excited.
no, I was actually looking over some of the base upgrades. One of them was, hold on, I need to find the.
Oh, we got to roll for
Screen
the
cap.
resource.
No, I already did that.
We already did that.
I forgot already.
The sneaky, squeaky, peaky tunnels would allow our servants and minions to actually eavesdrop passively with, is it minimal or absolutely no risk of getting caught?
No risk of getting caught for all normal purposes.
Yes, the big downside is it costs 100 tokens, but it would allow us to just passively pick up on these rumors, and anyone who's basically not the admin, we can eavesdrop on.
Well, I don't think we currently have enough tokens, so
If
tokens
we're
are like
willing
a
to
ton of the money.
convert gold, we could get it.
Do we need it right now?
Right now, no, I only bring it up because this was an issue recently where it's like, we don't know where things are, and we don't know what people are saying.
Hmm.
And this would be a solution to that.
Considering Ludmilla's about to be out of the picture in terms of local crime power, that will be the natural thing.
Yes, that's
want.
actually the reason I was also bringing it up. Just something to consider.
I'd say it's worth picking up now, because in case we can find out, movements of Imperials.
I mean, it depends how long it's gonna take to actually get once we pay for it, because I assume it's not like an instantaneous thing that just appears.
It appears
So it
next
may
session.
not even be. Does it?
We don't get it this session, right, Barge?
Well, we're playing an Anno game here, aren't we? So construction is immediate.
Nice, based. Flops down cathedral.
Maybe I'll introduce something like a World Wonder at some point that takes resources. Like, yes, you need marble now. Marble? How the fuck are we gonna get marble?
Getting that would be then pretty good.
From another continent. Oh no.
Because yeah, if we're just looking at our gold as just warp tokens, we have 105.8 tokens, and we have 41 just raw warp tokens. So we would be able to pay for that.
I would say that's fine. One of our things to also get should be in like an actual proper or quote unquote healy spiely place.
Hmm.
I don't even know if I've given you one of those.
I don't think I remember seeing like a hospital in quotes in the base
I still
upgrades.
need to get a lab.
A healing spiely place.
Healy spiely.
I did put in a lab there somewhere.
Yeah, it's at the very,
Yeah.
very bottom.
It's the one you don't want us to have. That's why you put it at the bottom.
200
This is
tokens
what
for
the
that.
fuck?
It's a steal, really.
We do
I
need to
guess
get
at
that
some
lab.
point
though.
I'm gonna need something for when I get the engineering stuff. I guess that'll be like a special room as well.
Yep. You can just tell Kyle to stop eating the warp tokens, and you'll get it in no time flat.
You know, I have barely eaten any now. Just not the same.
You
Same,
can still
Kyle,
grind
same.
them off to eat them or sniff them.
Snuff.
So then would you guys be fine with paying for that?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Alright.
Considering the circumstances.
Well, imagine that. You have yourself an intelligence network now. Isn't that magical?
It's also important to have an independent way of verifying information.
Under our control. Good.
So was that all that was in the letter? I feel like we had a tangent.
Yes. She's moving a bunch of her stuff to the cave. She included a map to the cave, and she'll be hanging out there until things settle down, and that she's heard rumors of a snitch. So you should be careful moving about town, as the guards are apparently rather agitated as well.
Okay.
I don't think we need to be worried about that snitch.
He's our snitch.
Maybe we need to pretend we're worried about the snitch, though.
Yeah, no, that's probably. Okay, so new plan. Hands, not gay. Hands can be ungay for now. We need to sneak. We need to sneak in. We're not sneaking in, sorry. We need to go in Okay, as if we're just gonna talk to her. The night of, like
Basically, before
or the
they get there,
night-
and basically,
night of the day.
you have to do one of two things: either give her like an ultimatum, or like pretend it's like we just found out, we have to leave now.
Yes, but you can't tell the others. They'll spot the movement.
Mm.
That's a good one. Do we lie to her?
Like, we
I'll
could lie
simply
to
put
her
it
and
this
just
way.
find a way to
She'll be
like
more
get her out
favorable.
with us, and then she gets raided, and then she has nothing left, and we're like, oh well, we can help you now. So we don't actually tell her that we know. We just find a reason to remove her from the situation.
That's good, because if we could do that, that would be a lot easier than having to break her in. Because
Yeah,
Yes.
breaking her
I'll
is gonna
simply
take a
say,
while.
if that is the case, Gnarl is still not good at lying. He can intimidate the ever-living shit out of almost
I think
anyone.
Parsnick is probably
In
the
that
one
case,
to lie.
I will do the lying.
Because yeah,
Because I assume
could-
it's a fellowship role.
probably. Fellowship, if I remember right, is the dominant
Yeah.
skill for
So-
charm.
That's probably gonna be a Kyle role.
Charm, yeah, for charm it would be fellowship.
But yeah, if we find an excuse to get her somewhere else on the day that they're gonna be raiding, they
Well,
go
it
in,
would-
they
it would
clear
have to
out
be later
everything
that
she
night.
has, and then she's screwed. And then we come in as the helpful friends who basically take her in.
You're all such horrible human beings. I'm sorry, every last one of you.
But
I
then she's
object.
not
I
gonna be
object.
against
Horrible
us.
Skaven.
She's
Actually,
not
if
gonna be
anything,
against us. She's still gonna think that we're her friend.
Yeah, we're
anything, stand up, Skaven.
helping.
We're helping, yes.
Well, you
Yeah,
can build a
Exemplary
new
members of
criminal
our
network
species.
under
Yeah.
our supervision.
With friends like these.
It's
Because
true.
otherwise, if we tell her, she might actually raise the alarm in her network and start moving things out. And then
The
she's
thing
gonna
is-
want to know how we know as well.
Well, the thing is, if we're getting her out that night, it's like all they're going to be is just ready for an attack. They wouldn't be able to move anything. Because she's operating under the assumption that the smuggler's cove is safe.
You don't know that she's not got stuff in place.
No, I'm saying like that's all they would be able to be, is just ready for the attack.
I don't know. And it also might be impossible to get her out. She might decide that she's gonna stay in.
That's why we also need to
Okay.
kind of wait the day of, so that way there's so much pressure she can't like do a plan B. She'll have to come
But
with
I
us.
think we should just find another reason to get her out.
I mean, worst case scenario, she doesn't go along with it and we just force her.
Yeah. We deceive her. Because then we don't have to worry about her being angry with us.
Disco's, look at Disco. She's so happy. She's like, I can hurt other Waymanses. Disco's in her natural habitat.
Pet vampire!
To be fair, that's also partially the reason Nara was getting torturer's tools.
That's fine.
Because if we need a face that's not Skaven, we're going to need to ensure that they are, loyal. One way or the other.
This is maybe a better way to keep her loyal, because in that case, she's gonna not see us as people who betrayed her, but as people who stepped in to help her when she got.
Yeah, no, I
Right.
get that. I get that angle.
And we'll
But if that, we'll call the tools Plan B.
No, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's like it was a just in case thing, because Naro does want to pick up torture at some point,
Yes.
regardless.
torture
Oh,
will be
that'll
good.
be useful regardless.
So then the question is, if we want to do that, what would be the premise to get her off or out of the Smuggler's Cove?
What would be important enough for her to leave and come with us?
The threat
The
of
truth.
immediate Well, yeah,
You see,
no,
the
that's not
thing is,
wrong.
he's not lying. Like, the best thing I could think of, honestly, is
I mean, that's what I
like-
said earlier, though. Like,
yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
that's what we should do. Like, we should wait till it's like the day of, tell her that the attack is coming, because this is
Yeah,
the
but
whole
she's
thing.
gonna want to know how we know. Like,
We
where
can
we
just
got this
say we saw the
information.
barge floating up.
Oh,
But
that.
then-
I was thinking of the other truth. We have learned that there's a group of unscrupulous, monstrous individuals planning to kidnap and rape you. You must come with us quickly.
That's what she's like. Wait
Huh.
a minute.
Oh,
Monstrous
that true.
individuals want to wait a minute.
That truth. I mean, that truth could work.
Because the thing is, we can say, and this can honestly be a truthful statement, since we know they are coming. We can just say, we saw their barge coming here. You need to leave. And we're going to help you. Because then she would be at least, hopefully, if this goes right, willing to come with us. And then once she's relatively far away from the majority of her base, we can try to convince her, or, worst case, kill her guard and just take her. Is it
I don't
reasonable?
know. I think we tell her the other truth.
No, apparently there's multiple other truths. Which one?
Oh my god.
The people are planning to kidnap her. Other people, obviously.
They bought torturers tools specifically for this purpose.
She thinks back, it's like, wait a minute, didn't they buy torturers' tools?
We may wish to bring some Skaven on the barge, to stay on the barge to defend it, because of the...
So
we can
what
just...
do we do in the case that she decides, like, obviously she can't move all the stuff out, but what if she decides, yes, we'll run, but we'll take, like, everybody with us, and now we're not stuck with her, we're stuck with her entire organization. Because she might very well just decide to get everyone out.
Yeah, she might be human and nice about it instead of Skaven.
Oh,
Which is why I was thinking of deceiving her. Like, a reason for her and maybe one or two of her guards to come with us while this goes down. She comes back and she sees
If we
the
can
aftermath.
get her fucking Master Thief thing, then Dev can finally do his character quest.
Wait, do I have a character? I don't have a character quest.
That was your
You
character.
will.
Arch tried to give you one. And you were
You
like, no,
declined
they
it
want to
hard,
assassinate
Dev.
me. Which, to
Well,
be
hold on.
fair, it's very Skaven of you to think that.
David's like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
actually
her
thought
feet.
like I was getting set up for something. But no, I don't
you had
have
quest
I don't
left.
have a character quest yet.
I
That
mean,
was your character quest.
we'll help
Okay,
you,
well-
Dev. We're helping you. On,
No.
we're unfucking the situation as we speak. Hold on.
No, hold on. I'm not ready to class change yet.
What?
You don't have to class change until you want to. Yeah, character quest you can just get the item or the thing on the check mark. Don't you know how that works?
I don't think I actually need any item to class change either. I think I'm good.
Yeah, but we still get class quests. Like, Arch still gives quests to every character because it's
Hold on.
fun.
Yeah, mine specifically is to get my trappings, because I need to get those trappings, but yours could have been for something
Yeah.
else.
Engineer, or
It could
Warplock
be
engineers
actually
are
for
kind of
items that
hyper-specific.
you don't need to necessarily progress, but items that will help you.
Yeah, it could honestly just be, it's like decent quality tools of the trade.
Let me see here. Yeah, I think I've already got everything I need. I'm just gonna quickly check though.
You'll be a little surprised how much equipment there is in the Warhammer world, brother.
As Arch pats his fucking book that's just full of additional equipment. I'm still sad knowing there's such a thing as a Chilean pike.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah, I have-
trying to give you fuckers extra equipment.
I think I accidentally sold my crossbow. That's all I needed. Do I still have it? No, I don't have it anymore. I have
When did you
crossbow
sell your
bolts. But
crossbow?
yeah, because I forgot that I needed it for something.
Why did you sell your crossbow?
You
Do you
see,
ever have a
this
crossbow?
is a very PC thing to do. You buy thing, and it's like, then later it's like, where'd thing go? Oh no,
And we found it.
I flagged it as junk.
We found a crossbow at one point, and I need a crossbow. No, I need a crossbow pistol to switch over to Gutter Runner.
I have
Oh,
a
you mean a
crossbow
hand?
pistol.
You mean a hand crossbow?
You could
No,
probably
crossbow
have
pistol.
mine because I don't have any ammo
We
for
have
it.
one in the
Okay.
boat.
All right.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one
So-
listed in the boat's inventory.
I think that was the one that I have, but he could have
So I
that
have the punching dagger. I have
because
a
I've
hand
never
weapon.
used it. We don't have any ammo for it.
I
Oh,
have the
if
throwing
someone took
stars.
it, then I would. Whoever has it in their inventory can
Yeah,
take it
that
off
would
the
be
boat
me.
inventory.
I have bolts, but not a crossbow pistol. Anyway, yeah, I just need a crossbow. I think we also have ropes.
Well,
need
you
10
can
yards
have
of rope.
that then.
I know on
Which
my
is
character
out
I
of
have
my
20
inventory.
yards.
But I am not yet ready to change class anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Dev has chosen to refuse his evolution. He will not Poke-Evolve today.
Yeah, but you should still take whatever class quests are given to you because you could get like better stuff or stuff that you didn't think you needed that would be useful to you. They're not
I was getting
necessarily
set up.
just your trappings.
Okay, hold on. I need to appeal to his inner murder hobo. By
Mhm.
doing these, you get more XP.
I know. I was getting set up though, so I didn't trust it.
Maybe overcoming his paranoia can be his personal quest.
A valuable personal quest, no doubt. So, if you're going to try to do it the day of, you would have a fairly small window of opportunity, seeing as they are going to be, raiding
night.
your asses at the same time. So, in that case, you best move quick, and if anyone starts to argue, violence might be the idea. Because if you get caught inside that cave with the full might of the Imperial Expedition Force bearing down on you,
It'll be time to go
a
to
lot
heaven.
more people than Dev is going to be re-rolling.
Ooh.
It's like,
Oh,
yeah. I don't think Gnarl can hold off
Always wanted to be a gut runner.
multiple competent fighters from the Imperium.
Fucking like super duper pooper scooper knights are gonna come in there and
Yeah,
fuck
we
shit
don't
up.
want to
Bunch
get
of
stuck
fucking
in
war
there.
priests with their hammers and AP damage.
First thing we do is we grab the bitch and get the fuck out.
I mean,
But there
she
is
did say we could
potentially
do-
a window of opportunity there, but it'll be
She
small.
did. She did say we could send a representative. We could send a representative saying that like we need to meet her in X location and just get her out.
That's true.
We don't actually have to ever go there ourselves.
She also could be stupid and refuse. Little dumb bitch.
Stupid?
Little-
You mean intelligent?
She could.
But she doesn't realize by refusing she's going to die.
But that's
her
it, though.
options
From
are
her
either die or
perspective,
become our slave.
from her perspective, there is a mole somewhere.
Yes.
So there would be reason for her to believe that something's fishy if we just asked her to meet her randomly somewhere.
Something ratty. Meanwhile, Sausage is asking for a reply to Vasily. His name is just fucking Vasily now, I guess.
No, we
It's
have a
Anatoly.
Vasily already. I wanted to use Vasily. Everybody said no.
I think Vasily needs to experience more of the undead before potentially him and Gnarl can bond. That's my headcanon. They'll bond over undead hatred.
Sausage still wants instructions that he can give back to Anatoly and tell him what he's supposed to do, even if it's just don't do anything. Good God, please no, stop.
But why?
Honestly, I see no reason to tell him to change the investigators' plans.
No, I don't. Now we have a window of opportunity to use. I mean, I agree. With the hands.
Okay.
So I guess for a message, just like, okay, good.
But we'll write it in Reichspiel. Oh,
That's right, you do know Rikaboo.
All right. You'll send a message just saying, "K, thanks, bye," in Reichspiel. Good.
But like,
I suppose you can just, if you want something a bit more flowery, then it's like
you should
okay,
write. You should write it in Weeaboo Reichspiel. That's true.
yes.
I'm
Gotta
glad Gnarl doesn't know how to read.
thanks, bye. And be like, but why did they want all what the fuck? I liked the idea of saying "K, thanks, bye" because I imagine his reaction would be very disappointing.
It would also just be literally a K and then THX and bye.
Because lazy. But don't want to be a dick, want to leave a message.
Absolutely.
If you want something a bit more flowery, just like good, soon the Empire will have what they're looking for.
Yeah, the Empire will have, hopefully... I know, I'm kidding. Because the thing is, that is true, right? We have to hope that she didn't manage to get rid of the artifact yet. But we'll find out that soon enough. Either way, she'll have had it. And people in that organization will know that when they interrogate them. So they'll have been close. And it won't be our problem anymore. So that's good. Alright. So what do we do? Do we go there and meet her the day of? Or before the day before? Because the day before we're still going to have to fight our way out. If she... Like, I don't see her coming willing.
Which
I
is
don't
why I
see-
was saying deceive it.
That's an
I think we
option.
need to be deceiver. Like, I don't know. Have we picked up anything that she might be interested in that we could be like, hey, look at this thing that we found. Come and see this thing that we found. We get her on the ship and we start sailing.
Unfortunately, I don't think so.
I don't think we really found anything that
I mean, we
would
had the one
entice her.
box that we kept, but I don't know if we want to show her that.
We already got rid of that box.
Yeah, we used
I
it.
guess we still technically have the physical box, but the thing in it, we gave it away.
Hmm.
Because remember, that's the thing we gave to Anatoly.
Yep, the, whatchamadoozy.
It was the war banner, if memory serves.
Hmm. But did we still have some of the lesser magical armor that we picked up? Because we could be saying that we thought she might have some interest in that, and she should come and see. Because we found this thing that was really, really weird, and she should come and see it.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, personally, I just don't see her wanting to weave
Could we make
When-
a drugged concoction?
a good
Yeah, drink
concoction.
this, squeak squeak.
No. Like, we'll talk to her, but we're like, we need to talk in, like, private because of the mole thing. Because we'll use that angle. And then we'll have to just
drink
jump
this,
her.
squeak squeak.
And, you know in those movies when the girl gets grabbed and they hold the little cloth to her face? Yeah, we need to do that, basically.
Oh,
Yeah, but
chloroform.
we're gonna be in her cave with her guards, and they're gonna see us just like dragging her half-conscious self out of the cave.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not
I
gonna
think
be-
that's gonna
Waving
raise
her
a
hand
few.
at them.
That's gonna raise a couple of
No
suspicions.
matter what we do, it's going to be bad. Like,
Yeah, like honestly,
that's what
I
I'm
think it's
settled
gonna
for.
look less suspicious if she leaves under her own steam rather than
Oh.
us like Weekend at Bernie's and her just like bye guys.
I'm expecting full blown combat. Like, regardless.
honestly, I kind of am. It's just a question of how much.
Because our plan is gonna work no matter what. We are greedy and are going above and beyond to capture Ludmilla because we're wanting to make use
Okay.
of her connections.
Well, if we're just gonna kidnap her, like outright kidnap her, then why don't we wait for her to go to bed, fucking sneak in, and kidnap her from her house?
She's on the island
Because
now.
she's not going back to her house, she's staying in the cave.
She's working from the cave, is she?
But she said she moved her entire operation there and she's not leaving it.
She's specifically hiding out.
Mm.
Yeah, no matter how you slice it, like,
We have to go to the smuggler's cave if we physically want to get her.
we gotta nab her. The question is, how do we knock her out unconscious? Because the thing is,
Gnarl. That's the answer.
all right,
I
because
mean, we've
I'm actually
done-
not even joking. Gnarl does have talents
hold
which
on,
give him
hold on.
additional.
I do have an idea. We talk
unarmored.
to her in private. We take advantage. We intimidate her.
That was honestly the first thing I was going to say.
Intimidate her into
convince.
basically willingly becoming a fucking chew toy. I don't know.
She would probably choose death over that option. But if we use the angle of come with us and you can at least still, 1, live, but 2,
Yeah, but
have some chance of being profitable, it's far more likely she would go for that than just, you're going to be a slave, period.
yeah, that's what we'll go with. Because we'll be like, well, you can have a position in our new world order. Yes.
So, at this point, Sausage arbitrarily interjects and holds up an ancient-ass timepiece and informs you all that you have another 10 minutes to finalize your plans before magic happens.
Yep, I know. I'm thinking we'll go down the intimidation route. I think that's the better option. See, this one was a tricky one, though, because, like, it is a difficult question. It's like, how do you get her? And the intimidate route is the best route, and if that doesn't work, then we end up combat. Like, easy peasy.
Yeah, because my initial idea was, we
remember
basically
that we're at least one person down for the combat.
Yes, that's
One of our tanks as well.
that is why this is taking so long, because it would be preferable if we could avoid combat.
Like we can heal Gnarl up, like using heal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like
we can
honestly-
expedite that. That's fine, but I don't think we can expedite Dev. So we are gonna just be a person down for the combat if we have to do that.
Because if I drink 2 additional potions, I'll just be down to 1 wound.
I mean that's fine. Like we know we can do that, but
Alright.
that doesn't help us with Dev.
God damn
Nope.
that filthy dev.
Because, yeah, basically, my quick plan is go in, tell her, yo, raid's happening, come with us. If that doesn't work, intimidate. And if that doesn't work, well, attempt to knock her out. And if that doesn't work, well, time to kill people and run. That was my plan.
My God.
It's a simple plan, but by God, it's a Skaven plan.
The intimidate route it is. All right. Let's make it happen.
All right, I'm gonna just take 2 healing draughts from the boat storage. Just
Disco's going
make
to
sure.
be taking one too, and I'll be taking one as well.
I mean, I don't have any current wounds, but I guess I'll
Yeah,
need it.
you're gonna-
I
No,
guess.
if she doesn't have any wounds, then she should still have the 2 on her.
Oh, you
Right.
do?
No,
Where's
I
your number?
used one for my hand, didn't I? I poured it on my hand.
Oh, boo boo.
I'm taking 2 as well, by the way.
Do I only have one?
All right. And this will be done on the day of. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that was my idea. So that way we can at
I
least.
do have one quick question, just so Dev isn't like, as a person, not a player, or sorry, as a player, not a character. Can Dev assume the role of like a help hand Skaven we bring along or something?
That sounds like more effort than I can put in right now.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, if I was gonna do that, if I was actually going to be bedridden for the full 3 weeks, I'd just roll another character for the meantime.
I mean, we have a number of relatively prominent Skaven. Like, worst case, like we do have the Warplock engineer, and we do have a couple of captains.
Dev just gets the engineer killed. Disco's entire fucking quest line just disappears.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, that's what I would more suggest one of the captains.
It's fine.
Dev will be healthy again soon.
It'll be a couple more days.
Soon, TM.
Right,
Okay.
so the next day comes and goes. Sausage still pesters you about sending the letter to Anatoly, whatever it may be, even if it's just stay still or any kind of basic
Oh,
communication.
I thought that was already decided on.
Okay, thanks, bye.
No, mine was more like diplomatic. It's like, okay, good. Hopefully the Empire finds what they're looking for.
Wait, how
Okay.
long is it until the raid?
It's tonight.
All right, the
Oh.
letter will say more or less like, "Thank you. We'll be in touch, and the Empire will hopefully find what they're looking for." Basically, to parody Little Handsaroo there.
Okay.
And I guess if it's gonna be one more day, I knock another 4 critical wounds off Arch. Is that how it works?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Then this day happens, and it's not this night the raid begins. The raid is tomorrow night.
Wait, so Dev will be better then.
He will be quite a bit better, yes. So, whilst this is going on, you receive a report that night from your little sneakier squeakers in the tunnels. They have managed through means of magic, primarily. Alternatively, they already had the tunnels. They were just waiting for you to pay for them to, reveal them
yes.
and go like, here!
We had them all along.
It's like, look at the tunnels we suddenly found. Huh.
Move a little
Where-
drape, and there they are.
Very convenient. So they report from the tavern where Anatoly has apparently been holding court amongst the local drunkards. He had been talking to them about how he was the great hero who had saved the neighboring village, and they were like, "It was already burning, though. What the fuck are you talking about?" And they started making fun of him, and he got really pissy and drunk with this. Like, no, I have proof. And so he's been talking a great deal about a great many things in that tavern.
That
He
was to be
also
expected.
mentioned that he apparently speaks with secret Imperial agents. Yes, they deliver him messages. He's even so brazen as to hold up a piece of paper, going, "Look, my communiques with the Emperor's agents."
Question: does the communique say Kavang spy?
Spies aren't quite close enough to make out the exact verbiage, but they figured they would let you know that he seems very energetic.
Good to see that
You did
they're
mention he
doing
was
work.
kind of a drunkard, and that consume alcohol was his highest stat.
Yep.
Great.
They also mention that once he left the bar, one of his human friend came along with him outside. Yes. He was vomiting in bushes, so they held back his hair. Very gentlemanly. Then they hit him over the head with a heavy bottle and took him somewhere.
But they took Anatoly somewhere.
Yes.
Not
familiar with human drinking culture, but if this was Skaven, I would say possible abduction/dinner.
Did you see
do they have an
where they
idea?
took him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they have an idea if it was like towards the Ataman's house or the place that we've got scouted out as Woodnilla's place?
The scout seems a hint confused at first, like he's thinking to himself, like, expecting me to do work.
I mean, yes.
Yes. Where did take?
He tries a rationale first. Just hide in tunnels most of time. Going other places difficult.
But that's where we built tunnels, so you can go other place.
He sighs heavily.
You best
And,
find out.
We
He
good
goes
over
back
boss.
to his little warren and has a conversation with the rest of the spies, and comes back a little while later. Saw Anatoly go into boat near warehouse. Still looking very sleepy. Yes, Differing reports suggest Anatoly was making noises, but they swiftly stopped this by putting gag in his mouth.
Boat.
He looks
Alright.
at the gathered party as if to go like, best not expect me to swim.
No, probably drown. Well, then that means Ludmilla found her rat, but if we want Anatoly to actually be in power, we have to ensure at the very least he doesn't die.
So now we're
Yes.
gonna have to kidnap 2 people. Or unkidnap
No,
one
we
of
don't
them.
necessarily have to do that. We just have to make it so that he can survive until the investigators get there and clear out the place.
See, there's a golden opportunity for you all here. I'll wait and see if that occurs. Sausage would very much like for you to save him, though, because he has given Sausage many, many snacks.
Well, that is going to have to happen. But we still need to get Root
This
Mill.
is how we save it. The thing is, I assume that the people who are coming, they know who he is. So if they find him in there all tied up and gagged, then it's just gonna make them look even guiltier. So they're like, they kidnapped the guy who told us.
No, I
Listen,
mean,
But,
I'm
you know,
imagining Arch is
accidents
leaning
happen.
towards if he can set it up so that, like, Anatoly is also helping when they get there, that'll give him more credence.
Yes. At least I would assume.
I
When the-
suppose, like, if we get caught in there, we could be rescuing rather than kidnapping.
We're rats. We'll be stomped on no matter what.
Yeah, you're forgetting, as far as most people are
Look,
concerned
I
when they
have
see us,
20 in disguise. I'll be fine.
yeah, you see, the issue is that doesn't really help when they say remove your hood.
Take off your hood, brave savior.
Like, no.
Could I not? Very shy.
Shy, yes.
Might not work in the long run, to be honest. It might have some plot holes. Quite literally in this case.
I mean, something will have holes in it.
But yes, it does sound as if Anatoly has been taken on an excursion to the cave. Is there anything you would like to do and or change, or would you simply like to...
Well, we do need to be careful that Anatoly is a little bit loose-lipped and may have told Ludmilla that we were the ones who was telling him all this stuff. And now this could be a trap. The invite.
Always a possibility.
The thing is, like, there were many things, like, up to this point where she could have suspected that we were the ones doing it.
Yes, but now she might outright know.
True. Only one way to find out for certain.
Just walk in there.
The best way to
That's
handle a
true.
trap is to confront the trap.
Again, yeah, honestly, I don't see this changing too much. The only thing I would say is probably say a health draught for Anatoly, just to make sure he doesn't die.
Yes. And then
That is
Anatoly.
very classical minded of everyone, though. Huh? The best way to disarm a trap is to trigger it.
We could take Dev's trap kit with us.
The issue is, I think the trap in this case would be people.
Just wave it at her. Like, are you trapped?
Fear not, we brought tools.
Disarm.
Alrighty then. Well, in that case, you should all begin preloading the cave, I guess. We have initiated Steam's preload period now. Deposit $60 to gain access to the preload period.
What is it under again?
Images under campaign.
Images.
How can you forget this every time, Kyle? How?
You'd be
Like
surprised.
physically. I'm not necessarily surprised, just disappointed. There's a difference. Some might say it's a large difference. Now I've got to put people on the map to see exactly what happens. Imagine that. So you are now the night of the raid. You have traveled to the cave. There's a couple of sentries outside. They don't seem particularly, surprised by your arrival or anything. You move up in a boat, and they're just like, "Oh, look, it's the fuzzy things. We're supposed to be friends with those."
That's us.
And they welcome you, greet you, let you in. No real problems there.
As a
Problem is, I'm going to have to open this thing. Right, and make sure to drag you in from the combat tracker this time around, because otherwise you can't control your characters, which is damnably unfortunate.
also the pesky problem of no vision.
Well, right now you have no vision for a completely different reason, which
Vision.
is unrelated to there not being vision. See, did it automatically do that? Yes, yes it did. Fantastic. See, I figured out how this thing works now. I am better than Kyle in this regard.
See, we need another pet, like we did in Lurking Hunger, so Dev could do something, like Raccoon or Franklin.
I mean, I guess we could bring back Franklin if you really wanted to.
And then Dev can just get molested instead.
Why would Dev get molested?
Because he's incapacitated.
That's true. Franklin did have a certain taste for the easier meat, I
True.
suppose.
Vulnerable things.
Oh shit, did I do that wrong? Oh fuck, do I have to do all of this over again? Kyle, please tell me I don't have to do all of this over again.
Wait, why am I here? I thought I was still out for another day.
Yeah. Maybe I like the opportunity to do some damage. I know that works just fine.
I mean, you're down to like what wounds now? Like critical wounds?
I have 2 left. I need
Two.
at least one more day before I can fight, but I'll be only at 2 HP.
And the thing is, once you get rid
Well,
of
we have
critical,
healing drafts. That's what we
yeah,
said.
at that point you can just like chug those down.
Well, sure, but I still can't be here tonight.
I don't know about that.
I can't. Can't you not walk when you're on critical wounds?
And it really depends on what the critical wound is.
Yeah, you can walk.
Drag him in there.
I'm reasonably sure I shouldn't be here.
Well, that is up to Dev. Or more correctly, it's up to the party. If you want to drag him in there and kill him,
No, I
It's a
think
bit
I'll
cruel, but-
stay in bed for at least one more day.
Yeah,
cruel.
goes to his like little area where he like has to tell people like I'm scheduling this day. He just puts sick day on today.
Sick day. All right, I am removing the covering. Whee! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Aren't you impressed?
We have visuals.
You should be impressed. Like, look at how cool that looks. Like, you can see the walls of the cave. You've got, like, a vision cone and shit. Like, this is fantastic.
But why?
Nobody's impressed. Now, do a thing.
Hmm.
Look at them.
Why?
Well, assuming we were invited in here, I guess we can go in.
Oh shit.
Why is he red?
Barge. Disables it.
Aha.
You know how much work it is to put all of these to friendly.
My god, we have map-wide awareness of enemies' positions.
Yeah, you made them friendly, now we can see them.
Beautiful. Maximus Intelligence.
Someone
As he
took the
slowly turns them all yellow.
Someone took the trait spatially aware.
Now we know. Oh.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, just slide us to the place, because it's gonna take...
Kyle, I had to once go through an entire fucking mega mansion in Cyberpunk. I had to go through miles of Sargon-made corridors. This is my revenge.
Nobody wants this. Nobody expects the swig on.
But nobody in Cyberpunk is in this campaign.
Now.
That's not true. I'm here.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, you're forgetting
getting
one important
yourself?
person.
I'm taking it out on somebody else.
Right.
Now, Kyle, this is your first puzzle. How are you going to move past the blonde thug?
I need
Well-
to speak to Ludmilla, Squeak. Evil laughter.
Well, Ludmilla invited us here, so we really shouldn't have any problem getting past him.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, just move past him then. Damn it. I was actually kind of hoping that would block your movement.
No! Catch up, no!
Ha. The disgusting ketchup Kyle monstrosity.
I see someone's taking my token and moving it.
Not me.
I mean, this is gonna take forever if people keep doing that.
I stopped doing it so I know it's
I
disco.
mean, if you want to be in the
Exactly.
middle of everyone without your melee, I mean, who am I to stop you?
It's not me.
Yeah, I know it's not you.
It's probably Arch.
It's literally me. The one who scans you.
Yeah, when he's giggling like that, it's him.
Hands is like, hands mad. Some might even say hands angry. But don't go into combat just yet. Just make sure we've explored all the rooms, you know.
I mean, hopefully we're not gonna end up in combat. There's an awful lot of fucking thugs here.
Them damnable thugs. You get some weird looks as you wander through the cave, but they seem to all be informed about your presence.
Put disco in front.
There's a small
Not all
little
in front.
nice cabin built
Wait,
in
who
here.
put me? Don't move my token.
Bit of civilization
Yet.
in the middle of the cave.
Fun
Otherwise,
stuff.
I'm gonna put you on top of it. There we go.
Good luck. I'll hit the wall.
That's true, he will hit the wall. As Carl continues to hit the wall.
Alright, that's enough shenanigans.
Would you like to try to open the door, Kyle?
Excuse me. And, you know, opens the door. Apparently, just teleports in.
Who's moving my token? Stop it.
This is life now.
This is life now. Alright, well,
That's
you
fucking
enter
stupid,
into
Kyle. I'm a ranged character. Don't put me face to face with it.
a nice little cozy room. Like this is actually quite nice, considering it's inside of a cave. The cave itself is damp and wet and uncomfortable and just all in all kind of shitty, honestly. It's not the place you want to live for an extended period of time. The little thugs themselves have put up little tents on here and there to keep all of the constant dripping wet water off their heads. But Ludmilla, she's a woman with class, Kyle. Dignity, Ketchup. Value, Disco.
Uh-huh.
There you go. I had to wait for acknowledgement. And so she's had an entire little hut built inside of the cave. Looking at it, you can imagine it must have been quite the hellish task for the poor thugs to carry this entire thing in here,
Well, I'm
log
just
by
wondering,
log by log.
could we just, like, take the entire hut with her in it? Just lock the door and drag it out.
Naro's not carrying that.
Maintenance, yes.
The encumbrance would be hefty.
I think that's at least like 1,000 encumbrance, and that's a conservative estimate.
Considering a dagger is like 10, I think this would be more.
Oh, it's even better because different types of daggers have different types of encumbrance.
Oh.
Because it's such a nebulous stat. Wibbly wobbly and all that.
Yes, I'm not necessarily fond of the encumbrance stat. I feel like there's some holes in its logic, but oh well. Such is life.
Such is life indeed.
She's even got herself a nice little bed in here and everything.
As Disco climbs into it.
It's
Which Disco
right.
decides to occupy, yes.
She passed
Just
bed.
crawls into it.
Come
in the
on
middle of
in,
nowhere.
there's room for two.
Mine now. Ludmilla has a very confused look on her face as this all happens, but I mean, it would be impolite to point it out, I suppose. So she kind of just ignores it all.
Excellent.
It's kind of nice of her, really, if you come to think of it. So, Ludmilla looks up from her table where she's enjoying a nice cup of whatever the hell Kislevitz drink. I doubt it's vodka. Like, I don't think it's vodka. But I can't bring to mind what... They've got to have... There's got to be a mention of Kislevit alcohol at some place, which is buried deep into my subconscious somewhere. I swear to God. I've read enough books to the point where this is probably true, and yet... Let's just go with the old classic. Fermented goat's milk. There we go. Yes, fermented goat milk. It's... The smell to a Skaven with an evolved sense of smell is indescribable. You might describe it as rape, but it might not be strong enough a word, frankly.
I doubt Skaven even have a word for that.
Well, regardless, she gives you a smile, being a very nice woman, of course, and well, you've come to see me here. Is there anything you needed to discuss, perhaps? Please sit down, have a glass of fermented goat milk. She offers each of you a cup.
Of course I will take a cup.
Okay, roll toughness.
Oh, shit. That's what we're finding out. I'm pretty sure Skaven don't have problems drinking friggin' milk. Considering the other shit they eat.
I don't know.
I thought we were talking about drugging it, and then we come in here and we're like, yes, we'll just drink that.
I mean, she pours it from the same vase, I assume.
Just because she
Yes.
pours it from the same thing doesn't necessarily mean there's a compartment where she could slip poison from. Like, there's a thing actually called the Assassin's Teapot.
Oh.
Kills us. Oh my god. Hands, the entire point is to not make it look like we're, gonna fucking do something evil.
I'm just saying, just because they pour it from the same thing doesn't mean that it's, safe.
So I took it. I didn't drink it.
Not yet, anyway.
Now take it. Take it. Just take it, hands. Hands.
He will accept the offer.
I imagine this conversation in game. Like it's not verbal, it's silent. You just stare at Gnarl. The cup is being held out for him.
Mustache twirling.
Like, lactose intolerant, yes.
That's a good question. I have no idea what would happen if you gave milk to a rat.
I'm sure there's somewhere on the forums that deep dives into these important questions.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair. I really wouldn't.
Some autist somewhere, like, just arguing, like, vehemently about this is how Skaven anatomy works.
Ludmilla takes a sip of her own fermented goat milk and makes a face. It's apparently not quite her cup of tea either. She has slightly more refined taste, but after being stuck in a cave for about 48 hours or so, alcohol is simply just alcohol.
Actually, can I use my, what is it? Where is it? My apothecary to like smell or one of the thing to see if I can tell if she's drugged it.
See if you recognize any of the herbs or spices.
Yeah. Or if it's just stinky alcohol.
That's a good idea. Yes, you can certainly do that.
Dinko, how could you roll that badly?
Because all my rolls are that bad.
Dinko!
Well, if it is laced with deadly poison, you wouldn't know it.
This is not good, Dinko. This is what we call the big scareds. Fortunately.
Maybe it's time to be afraid. Maybe it's time to be horribly afraid. Well, you all have your drinks. What would you like to do with them?
Well, I'm currently inspecting mine.
Well, yours seems entirely safe, as far as you can tell. There's nothing particularly weird about it. It's just fermented goat milk. It's disgusting, to be absolutely certain. But beyond that, no indication of any foul play.
Okay, Karsnicket drinks his.
All right. Takes a conversational little sip of it to fit in. Very good.
Right.
Very vulnerable to peer pressure.
Creating a nice,
But
relaxed atmosphere.
since I see nothing wrong with this, I will dip my finger in it, taste it, make a face.
Probably a genuine reaction, too.
It is pretty disgusting. Like, it's clumped together. Like, there's little bits of floaty stuff in it just bobbing in there. Just oh no. It's quite vomitous. There's no doubt about it. Gnarl, are you going to be antisocial?
Guess Nara will give it a little sniff. And, the others look like they're reacting just fine to it.
Oh, Kyle hasn't keeled over on the floor coughing yet.
Take a socially acceptable sip.
Socially acceptable sip, I see. Very well. Ludmilla continues her, so far, rather one-sided conversation. She puts down the glass and, so, what did you come here to discuss?
Melvin Karsnicket, I think this is your cue.
Considering Gnarl's done all the talking to her until now, aren't we trying to keep up the same facade?
I thought we were doing the intimidate.
Yeah, that's on you.
No, I thought you guys wanted to try to persuade her first, and then if that, just go into the intimidate.
Well, that's not my role neither.
No, we'll just go with one route. Otherwise, the plan just gets more convoluted and she'll lock up.
All right. If that is the case, then just to make sure I got
scoot over here.
Just to make sure I got the opening right, do you guys want me to open with the Imperium, or not Imperium, wrong universe. The Empire is coming and she needs to leave or else?
Yeah, I think that's honestly the best thing. The whole get out of dodge thing.
All right. If that is the case, then Nara will speak up. It has come to our attention that the Empire investigators are coming back here tonight.
Good night. All right. Gnarl delivers his ominous warning as Kyle just crawls over the fucking table.
Like, I'm on the bed, he's on the table.
Savage. Doesn't even have the courtesy to walk around.
And all whilst Gnarl is trying to be super serious about all of this. Sigh.
He tries.
Maybe that's for the reason he has the Wookiee he does on his token.
Just complete abject disappointment.
Just apathy.
Very possible.
Just apathy.
Ludmilla raises one articulated little eyebrow, and they're coming tonight. That's rather sudden. Where did you hear of this?
Here. No. Scouts saw their barge coming. I doubt they're going to go anywhere else, given recent events.
Good job.
Barge, huh? All right. She let's see. She does seem a little flustered by all of this. Well, and these reports are certain then.
One needs to be cautious in such times.
She nods her head sagaciously. I don't like that word. I like what it
Sagely.
means, but I don't like
I mean,
the word.
sagely.
Sagely. Sagely?
Sagely.
Seekingly. Sagaciously. Suggestively. Yes, it is true. These are difficult times for all of us. It is hard to know who to trust, even, almost. She says, as she arches an eyebrow once again, and gives a brief flick of her finger.
Does the guard behind us react anyway?
The guard behind you simply opens the door. And in comes a very tied up Anatoly. And an old man that you might recognize.
That son of a bitch. Quite the plot twist. Wow.
Says Kyle as he sits squatting on the table.
Krasnik is like, I know you!
I shocked the shit out of you.
Ludmilla smiles, widens. Our friend here, our mutual friend, as I understand it, has told us many interesting things about you all. Haven't you, Anatoly? And Anatoly is, of course, he's a realistic human being, you know? He doesn't even look wounded or anything. Like, he doesn't look tortured or anything in particular like that. And
No,
he
I
just
doubt they
shouts out,
needed
like,
to do-
yes, no, these are the ones. These are the ones.
I'm not even really surprised by that, given
Has Anatoly ever seen us?
Is Anatoly?
Yeah, has he actually seen us?
He's
I
seen
feel like
Gnarl.
We're going through letters.
Yeah, only Gnarl. Gnarl's the only one of us he's ever had contact with. The old guy, on the other hand, has contact with all of us.
I remember him.
I'm sure he
Shot him in the
remembers
face.
us too.
I shot him in the face.
You might need to get ready to give him a freshener. Still, hands, double down on the intimidation. But I think it's going to turn.
No,
what we
the
knew it
issue
was gonna
is
be.
at this point, I would need to intimidate her into basically thinking the Empire is the better bet than Sylvania.
I mean, they.
I guess all you could really do is like intimidate her that they're coming. Even if she kills us, they're coming. So she
Well-
can either take our offer, or she can get caught here fighting with us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how to word this because I expected Anatoly to be brought in here. I did not expect Priest of Renal to be. Wait, no. Is that actually the same guy?
That is actually the same guy.
Yes. Now, we are in a very excellent position to take her hostage. But we also need Anatoly alive. No matter what, there's going to be a little bit of murdering. A little bit.
That is the case, and she says, mutual friend. Nara will just simply say, yes, I did hear he had loose lips at the tavern.
At the tavern. Hmm.
Not to be confused with the tavern.
It's true.
Tavern.
Be very concerned if he was just chilling out there.
That might be weird. The Anatoly seems a little taken aback by this. You can see a few beads of sweat forming on his face, as if he's like, "Oh, I didn't know about that. You weren't supposed to know about any of this." I was like, I wasn't, of course, making anything clear there. No. He's backtracking on something, but it seems a little unclear exactly what, because surely he's told about everything about you to this woman, right? So you're wondering a little bit what he's suddenly finding so disturbing about the mentions at the tavern. Ludmilla seems very interested in this as well. Tavern? What exactly were you talking about before my men found you there, dear Anatoly? He seems very uncomfortable with all of this and is casting quick glances back and forth between Ludmilla and Nal.
Yeah.
Nal is confused too.
No, it's more just, it's like, well, he got himself in this bind. Also kind of interested.
I was like, yes, heard very loose lips at tavern. Very interesting.
Yes, if memory serves. Something about Imperial agents.
Okay, let's see here.
Barch is like, Barch.
Oh my. All right. Ludmilla arches an eyebrow against in the direction of Anatoly, and with a remarkably chilly and intimidating voice, asks him to explain exactly what all of this means. Then, Anatoly collapses like a house of cards in 0.5 seconds flat. And begins practically crying, like, okay, I forgot to mention the Imperial thing is real. I wasn't lying about that. I'm sorry. I thought they'd come save me.
I thought they'd come save. That's funny. They probably are, though. So we are gonna be in deep shit.
Ludmilla looks like a mother who just had her favorite son just deliberately smash her favorite vase on the ground right in front of her, just gives the heaviest sigh in the history of womanhood. Anatoly, do you not understand that I invited them here so that we could ambush them? What do you think your new Imperial friends will do to you when they find you in the Smuggler's Cave, unharmed, with the Chaos Monsters?
Rude.
Not chaos, actually.
I mean, feel free to interject with that, I guess.
No, that's what
Struggle just this one speech. I object to this title.
my reaction was both in and out of character. Rude.
We're ready for your unconditional surrender. All according to plan.
I guess-
Anatoly just kind of looks it down at the floor as if he didn't quite think that far. The old man, however, is face palming hard right now, just shaking his head, muttering something to
It
himself.
seems like this is a trap for both parties here. Then
Well, it seems like we all in the same boat then.
Even the guard is suddenly looking a little bit nervous because well,
Loyalties.
this was supposed to be a trap for you.
I guess from this, then Nara will continue. Because, from what I understood, when you gave them your evidence, the investigators were very interested. So much so that they were going to make it back here as soon as they could.
Roll
Did
to
he not
lie,
have a letter?
Anatoly.
Did he not have a letter to that effect? That's what he's waving around, wasn't it?
I think he was raving around the letter Karsniket wrote to him, basically saying, "Okay, thanks, bye."
We weren't sure. We didn't get that information. We just knew he was waving a letter around from apparently his Imperial friend.
You see, aren't we glad that we built those tunnels when we did?
Very good. Very convenient.
I know. It's almost like I thought we would need to have independent information at some point.
Because we cannot rely on others, yes.
I just don't understand why you have so little trust in your hearts, frankly.
This is great. An ambush
At
of
heart.
an ambush.
Yep, that's a Skaven heart.
The best part is we knew it was an ambush all along, so... This is just so autistic, it's retarded now.
We
It
may
seems
have been
like-
trapped in your trap, but you have been trapped in the trap that we created to trap you.
It seems like we could maybe convince her at this point that since we're now all in the same boat, we may as well have a truce and all get out of this together.
No. She can get out of this. The rest must go, though. That's the deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anatoly
Get
gets out of this. She gets out of this. But the old fuck, he's dead. Her minions, they're fucked.
Anatoly's not
Speaking
particularly
of the
trust,
old
really.
The old man is shaking his head and says in a withered old voice, I
Like a
have
boo or-
served you for years, my lady, as a humble priest. But this may bring a unfortunate end to our association.
Oh no, she's getting cooked.
Ludmilla looks at him again. God, I'm conversing between characters now. This is making me cringe an awful lot.
Talk to yourself, Barch, faggot.
if we just make him talk to
You do
himself
what
enough.
you're being.
He's like, I'm cringy.
Hold on. Actually, I know I'm not here, but I have a question that my
You can still
character
talk.
could actually wonder about.
Yes, Deb. Feel free to voice act for me, actually.
Yeah, you can do that.
No. So it was only me who watched. It was only me who watched them collect all the chests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Like-
this the same guy? Because it's this guy. Also, we fought him in the crypt, so I know what he looks like. Is this the same guy as the guy who was unlocking the chests?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
I guess I didn't notice that until never.
Oh, to be fair,
We could have him as a priest,
we
as
didn't
a
ask
pet
when
too.
we didn't ask when we were attacking.
Yeah, but Bart
the
should
crypt.
have said something like, "Oh, you recognize him."
To be fair, yes, but at this point,
It doesn't
we know
matter
now.
anymore. It does.
Yes.
Should
Yeah,
I? I
alright.
don't know if I should have.
Should
I
have.
think that was
Yeah.
up to Dev. Like, I was very, like, mysterious old man, and I even told I dropped hints. I do not take responsibility for this. I reject.
Dev would have had
But he
the
was a priest of Ranald with
knowledge.
cross finger symbols. Look at his staff. Look at his staff.
It's time for him to betray her and for her to realize she's ours now.
He could be our pet too.
He puts a little collar on him.
More slaves.
No,
An
I
old
genuinely
man.
didn't.
Can we
I
just
genuinely didn't put it
ask
together
him
till
if
he
he's
walked into
looking for a new job?
I actually didn't put it together until he walked into the hut here.
Why has Anatoly got little blushies on his cheek?
Does he have blushies on his cheek?
Now, if you zoom in, there is
He
a bit of
kinda
pink.
does,
Yeah, he's blushing. He's like, tee.
Oh, more likely it's just a little bit of good old-fashioned makeup. Men can wear makeup too, Kyle.
This
Well then, if
is
that
weird.
is the case, then I guess Gnarl will then address Ludmilla and say that if your Sylvanian allies are going to abandon you, it seems you only reasonably have one option to get out of this and keep your skin.
Sylvanian.
Arsenic is fucking shit-eating grinning right at her right now. Like,
I'm presuming you're rolling back and forth on the table to grin at either one, just like roll. At this point, everything that was on the table is on the floor.
Gratzel's just kind of excitedly bouncing on the bed.
Now, the old man, he laughs at this, like, Sylvania! You pitiful creature of the dark gods, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Your ignorance will be your death, just like it will be yours, Ludmilla. He turns on his heel, laughing, and he begins walking out of the room. Arrivederci.
Now, what does Ludmilla think of her new cuffs? You can put
Oh,
them
you
on
see,
when she
that's
wants.
kind of why I was wording it as I did, to ensure it would be the proper wording for intimidate.
Yes, that's a good point to make that distinction too.
God, good rolls, no.
Ludmilla is shouting angry things after the old man as he leaves. All right, well, you can
Like,
you
I
can try
guess
and
we are
intimidate.
your only friends.
I can try and intimidate. Gnarl will try and intimidate.
When you roll 100, I will laugh at you.
That
I will
requires a
use
fate.
I was going to say, yes, I will use my
Reroll.
fate for that. I'm so fucking annoyed because my stat is actually stupid high, yet that's still a failure.
Come on.
Yeah,
Only
the
by a
higher your
one.
stat
Yeah.
gets, the more you fail, it seems like.
A
Maybe you should
94
look into
you
that.
did.
What is with these horrendous rules? Okay, you know what? Even
It's
with your
enough.
high
It's
stats,
enough.
I know. But fuck's
1
sake,
degree of success.
Jesus.
I'm actually
Gnarl,
annoyed by
you
that. I'm actually annoyed by that.
fucking Christ! Like games like
Pathetic gnarl.
Ah!
The party has placed their trust in you, and this is how you respond.
I mean, it's not his fault. It's literally the dice rolls. You can't divide us, March.
Look, I have fucking tried, and if I wanted to, I could get that to 100. I just chose other skills that would be a bit more pertinent in other situations.
I can divide you, Kyle. I will. I already have.
I can't help you with intimidate. I only have 15 in it.
See, if you'd only done better, Kyle, if you'd only done better in raising him, this wouldn't have been a problem right now.
No, no, this is just the dice. It's like trying to fuck us over. Or at least me.
This whole identifying with the dice thing, like, you've got to understand, the dice are a living entity, okay? There is such a thing as the god of random. RNGesus is real. Worship him, or you will continue to suffer this fate.
No, I will hold fast to my materialist belief.
All right. Well, you try your intimidation, but you're having a hard time with the Sprackensee Kislevit today, and it just doesn't come out as intimidating as you would want it to. It's mysterious, almost as if you've forgotten how to speak there for a second.
It's
or
still a
something.
degree of success, you fucking monkey.
Yeah, it's still a degree of success.
Yes, it is true.
Or,
Not just
depending
just
upon how
passes.
hard I made the test, many degrees of failure.
I mean, considering her situation that just happened now, I'll be a little
I mean, the thing is,
astonished.
her ally abandoned her in a rather crucial moment, and
She
I
knows she's
did
fine.
drop that the Imperial investigators are coming here in
Will it
force.
drop the
tonight.
roll requirement any if I were to just pull out my big gun?
Might
Not
escalate.
That would
at
start
this point,
combat.
no. Now it might have done so if things had been prepared beforehand, perhaps, but not right now. So, the room grows a little quieter. The guards are getting a little nervous as well. Anatoly is just simpering a little bit to himself. Yeah, you think you can make out the words, "I didn't deserve this," in between the simperings. To be fair, Sausage is also very optimistic. Not optimistic. He's very, I've forgotten the English word, sympathetic towards Anatoly's plight. Sausage believes that Anatoly did nothing wrong.
I feel like this is bias on Sausage part.
It might be. Now, Ludmilla does look around herself a little bit. Like, she's clearly counting the odds, trying to get an idea of where she stands in the middle of all of this, now that her pet priest has also decided to abandon her. And with him, apparently, also might be the support of her ally as well. She should have gotten better friends.
She should have. Instead, she has us. The
Yes.
best of friends.
We are your only friends now.
That's downright tragic and definitely not something you want to hear.
No, just to really increase her morale. I'm gonna remind her.
I guess if she's just looking around the room. Regardless of what you think, the investigators are coming here tonight. You can come with us, live, or you can stay here, and you will be tortured for your information, and most likely killed.
It's a bit cruel, Gnarl. Don't you think? Poor woman's already down. Why kick?
You said that I have to be extremely explicit if I want to continue using Intimidate.
All right. Let's see. Ludmilla does not react as you might have anticipated to this. She seems to be angered. In fact, she takes a step back from the little bench she's on, and she goes for the weapons and her belt as she yells out that she will not be betrayed, not by an old man, and certainly not by a pack of vermin. She starts shouting to the guards that there's still time, they can still escape, they just need to deal with their unwelcome guests first.
Karsnicket will interject. Yes, you can escape. Start running right now.
Lock the door.
staying
I'm
here
assuming you're
and
saying this to the guards.
yes, staying here
would
and
hope so.
dying
They
for.
just turn, salute me like, yes, you can escape.
And there's even time to grab perhaps some of the loot.
Well,
Appealing
loot,
to
how much money you've
greed.
got on you, Carsnicket?
If you leave now, you can take treasure.
Yes, I'm appealing to their sense of greed and their sense of self-survival. Do now. Will that work?
Roll well, Kyle. Roll well.
What's that roll bar?
I think we just have to roll period for initiative.
Is it?
Given
Well, that
Arch-
would be like some kind of.
Be quiet. Like this is
Tom?
my thing.
That's his thing.
Let
well,
me
Kyle,
do it
you've
there.
you've got charm. That's one thing. You've got gossip.
I don't think those are gonna help. I think we're just gonna have to fellowship it.
And fellowship it. If you're gonna fellowship it, you'll need to add on something else, since then you're trying to appeal to them. It's basically bribery, kinda. The game doesn't have enough social skills. Doesn't know him a little bit.
It doesn't. So what do you think is applicable? Because I think it's just fellowship. Because it's me just... I'm not necessarily charming them. Oh no, I'm definitely not charming them. I'm not lying to them. I'm not haggling. I'm not gossiping with them. I'm merely... like, it would just be a general fellowship roll.
I could see an argument for haggle. It's like, here, take this gold coin, go home. Go home, child. Hold on, I'm just searching through that goddamn rule book for a second. I might have an idea, but there are too many words that I'm looking for in this book.
Too many words, not enough barges. He's like, that's true.
I think it might be time for a Adolf Hitler moment, you see.
An Adolf Hitler moment.
Yes.
What would that be called?
What would that be called? Well, it would be called an Adolf Hitler moment, Kyle.
As
simple
like,
as that.
as like a fucking skill, though.
the skill is just called Mind Volk.
I have allowed Kyle to cheat a little bit, I see here. You have been exposed, Kyle.
In what way?
You've bought a skill that you can't buy without having another skill previously.
Which skill is this?
Master Orator.
You said I could have that skill, though.
Did I?
Yes! We talked
Considering
about
how
that!
long it's been, I don't think you can claim
You
that,
said
Kyle.
I could get it for the warfare mode because we needed it for the warfare mode. And then we never used it.
That's true. You did never use it. But that wasn't my fault. That was your fault.
Well,
Let's
it's
see.
on his character sheet, so he has it.
Speaking of, that's a fellowship.
That is a charm roll, Kyle. It's a charm roll.
A charm roll.
Yep, I'm reading it right now. Use this to manipulate others. Can use to change the minds of individuals and small groups, to lie convincingly, to bluff, even to beg.
Dang, it's gonna be a 28. I don't have a pip in it. Big ol' Sado.
28 at an unchecked skill is pretty good, though.
It is. But it's not as good as I wish it was.
That's a
I mean, you
basic
saw
skill.
me with the check skill.
I'm gonna tempt the fate of the gods and use a fate.
You should just buy it if you can. I don't even know you can.
Can I? I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I can't buy it. I think what we'll do is we'll tempt the gods with a fate. What do you think of that? Ready, hands? Hands, blowing my dice. Blowing my hands.
What class are you?
We have advanced into Gracier now? I don't remember.
You only
And
have
which
28
no,
in
hold on,
charm?
which skill do you have that you said you shouldn't?
Master Orator.
No, Greyseer has that. It's a talent for Greyseers.
Arch betrayed me.
Kyle, you tried to put the blame on me, and you've
You
now been found
tried
out.
to put the blame on me. Oh no.
You have been found out and
Also,
humiliated.
if you have the
today.
rule book open, is charm something I can purchase?
Charm is what you were looking for. Greyseer.
So he does have that skill then.
Yeah, I do. Have Master Orator specifically. Actually, wouldn't that be a Master Orator thing?
It would be a skill, not a talent.
Oh yeah, no. It's a skill. Basic skill.
You can take it to intimidate.
Take it to intimidate? See, intimidate would be a good one, but that would be awful for me.
Yes, it would.
Does Apprentice have it? I'm not seeing charm.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, well, I'm gonna then use a fate. Hands, blow my dice. Blow on the dice. Blow! Need hands luck.
Master Mutator has charm.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping to get that, but oh well.
Hands, blow on the dice. Heat!
No, it's gay.
He's breathing, so therefore it counts. If you would have blown on them, they would have gotten a lot lower. Now, considering
doubt
the
that.
circumstances of them just being abandoned, is it a failure? Maybe they're just like a little bit like, possibly.
Well,
You don't even get
Kyle,
charm as a seer award. You do get a shit ton of languages, though.
I know. It sucks.
You do eventually
Kyle
get
should
intimidate.
definitely get something with charm. Just any class with charm. Well, Kyle,
Well,
you're
if he shoots
you're
me-
appealing to their greed. Is there anything else you would like to add to appeal to their greed?
They can grab as much as their pockets can carry and flee and keep it all for themselves.
Yeah, but Kyle, the loot's already basically theirs.
Yeah, well,
But they need to leave with
they
it.
need to leave now. They can get as much as they can carry if they start packing now.
It's not theirs if they get caught killed.
The other thing is they'll get to keep their lives. Staying here and dying in this pointless conflict.
Oh, that's what Gnarl's going to do. He's going to try to intimidate them to just run the fuck away.
There's no reason to die in this pointless conflict. In fact, Ludmilla will not be harmed.
I don't think that's going to assuage their fears in any way, shape, or
Not
form.
that I have much loyalty to her, I guess.
It's like, wait a minute. If she's the one who's not being harmed, wait a minute.
And we have no quarrel with you, Squeak.
No quarrel. No quarrel, says the enormous chaos monster thing.
Not a chaos monster, just a fucking rat, though. Just an animal, you understand?
Well, you can see that you clearly had them very close there, but well, taking the treasure, see, they can do that regardless. That's something they already
No,
have.
they can't. Time. If they waste time fighting, they won't get the treasure.
You see, they're
It's
banking
already-
on being able to kill us quickly.
Yes.
And I'm going to remind them. Well, actually, no. You can remind them, Hands, of the things we've done.
He's just going to tell them, run, I'm going to butcher every last one of you.
Okay, fair enough. That
Now
works.
there will be no treasure.
I've wiped out
I
entire
suppose now
fucking
that he's
columns
done
by
his
myself.
role, it's
Alright.
rolling initiative.
Yes, it might be time to roll initiative.
Incapacitate Rude Milla. Kill the rest.
How dare you?
Combat initiative.
God damn it. I'm gonna have to click all the buttons again.
No. Scrolls, that doesn't seem any.
All right. It's Dev's turn first. Dev, squeal.
I'm not even here.
I know. I still want you to squeal just for shits and giggles.
This is not good. We shouldn't be doing a session without a player. True.
You shouldn't have had him get so wounded, Kyle. I should have helped him.
We did try to. He was
Looks
quite
back at
frankly
the
too.
Ulrich's fury
Actively
that happened.
tried not to be helped.
So, it is Gnarl's turn to begin with then, once I can scroll my through all of this. Ah. I did the thing. It's better now.
You did. Alright. As Naro said, he'll look at them and just simply say, "Run, or I'll butcher every last one of you that gets in my way."
Very squeaky.
Hmm.
Very rat-intimidating.
Very rat-intimidating. It might have been more intimidating, too, if you didn't have to roll a toughness test.
Toughness
know.
test. I think I
Damn it.
passed.
Well, that's unfortunate. It was a good plan, though.
Yes, I figured she was going to try to poison us. I wasn't too concerned with my toughness. Alright, so now intimidate.
Roll intimidate. It will pass your turn, mind you.
Really? This just saying this takes a full action?
Talking is free action, though, isn't it?
Talking
Technically,
is a free
it says
action.
varies.
Okay, never mind.
Alright.
Just wanted to clarify.
You see, that's what I was wanting to happen earlier.
Good, very good.
Good thug. The thug nervously, yet casts a glance over at Ludmilla. There we go. Hell hath no woman, no woman has a fury scorned. Yes, I nailed that one. It's fine. As Ludmilla's intimidation is even better than yours.
Do not fear. We need to beat the crap out of her and then get her to submit.
Ludmilla's intimidation is very good.
Health isn't
You can
gonna be
feel
I
very
think
the
she
room
just rolled
quiver.
better. I doubt she has as high as me.
going to fucking nuke that little bitch to the ground.
It's cruel, Kyle. How could you? All right. Ludmilla, you've got a wealth of targets here. I just now realized that I have put her in a slightly exposed position. For some reason, I didn't expect one of you to go crawl on the bed, the other on the table. Darnation, my carefully laid out ambush.
Do you not think I came over here for a reason? I purposefully came away from the door.
Well, it's not an RP if we don't do like a tabletop duel. Two people fighting on top of a table. See, normally it's supposed to be a pair of swashbucklers, but right now we're just going to have an enormous humanoid rat and a woman hitting each other. Oh well. It's something, isn't it? Let's see here. Kyle, you are being attacked by a woman. What is your response to this?
I have no response. Except, to use my staff to parry it.
Okay. She launches 2 attacks at you, one with a foil and one with a long, weirdly shaped dagger. The foil hits, the dagger misses. Would you like to parry?
Yeah. How does parrying work again? I don't normally do
I was
melee.
waiting for that.
Is it just a weapon skill test?
With your staff, Kyle, if you click on that in trappings.
Oh, under trappings is where I have to go. Not my weapons. Wouldn't it be on the weapon tab? Yeah, parry
I
29.
thought that was in trappings.
Staff of Mustachio.
Oh no, it's into combat actually. Your
Like
quarter
that.
staff there.
Right? That was horrendous. That was horrendous.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Also, you forgot to tick off defensive.
What does that mean?
Uh,
That still doesn't
It
help.
gives you bonuses to the relevant stat.
The success, it's still a fail, but not as bad. In that
Yeah, not
case.
sure that helps.
Because it's now 39 instead of a 28. So that's like 1 degree
It'll help
less.
him in the future, okay?
Yeah.
That's what you gotta think about it all. Alright, well, foul demon monster thing. You have been struck by the righteous fury of womanhood, who rolls a 1, because woman. Fucking hell, Ludmilla.
Okay.
Alright. You take 6 points of damage, Kyle, to the right arm.
2. Got it.
Now it is Scrazzle's turn.
I guess she's gonna get shot.
Alternatively, you'll shoot Kyle. 1 and 2.
Don't miss, Disco. Expect you to use that fate if you miss.
I mean, what did we say about Skaven and shooting friends?
They do it all the
Oh my.
time.
It's not the worst thing that could happen.
Really
Alright.
isn't.
So I get plus 20 for aiming and minus 10 for her being up in Krasnik's face.
Yes. So it's a bonus of 10.
Okay, well, she's getting shot with the Jezreel.
Is this what we call non-lethal damage, Disco? Is
Is
this a non-lethal damage?
I doubt she's gonna die from this.
Look, I shot Vasily in the face and he didn't die of it. I think she could take a shot, and if she can't, she wasn't worthy.
Everyone's like, we need to take her alive. Disco loads fucking bazooka.
Again, I'll say it. I don't think she's gonna die from this. Not even gonna go into critical.
See, she's fine! But I do ignore 1 armor
Fine.
point.
All right, let's see here.
She doesn't need
Okay.
all her limbs.
Sadly, Ludmilla doesn't have any armor. She really should have worn armor, everything considered. I should
mean,
have made her
even-
wear armor.
Start a fight, she probably should have. Look, we
That's
don't
right.
need all her limbs. It's fine.
Can I do one of those boss things where she walks off and gets armor, and you just stop because it's a cutscene?
No.
Nope.
That sounds like it'd be awfully fair,
She just
which is
been
why
shot.
we're not going to do it.
Yeah. Players never give me the ability to do good things. All right. Thug 6 comes bursting in through the door and sees that shit is going down. And Atole lies flat on the floor, sobbing somewhere.
That's fine.
It's just what he does. Right. Well, he won't take the chance to shoot his boss, so he levels the crossbow at Gnarl instead. And he does indeed hit Gnarl. Gnarl, are you carrying your shield at the moment?
I mean, it's physically on his person.
So no. Gnarl trying to worm his way around.
I mean, you asked if he was carrying it. It's
Just
true.
like in Mountain Blade, shields on the back turn ephemeral when hit by arrows.
Which is awfully unfair when you think about it.
Yes, it is. So he hits you for a 68. That's a body shot for 13 damage with 1 armor piercing.
All right. So then 13 minus 5 minus another 5 for toughness. 3.
Blonde Thug is just chilling
Nowhere
over
near
here.
us.
It's fine. Poor Blonde Thug. Blonde Thug will be the only one who survives this for some reason. Thug ain't. 71. Okay, you continue to heat up your marshmallows. Good, good, good. 50. An awful lot of continued marshmallowing. Thug 7 also levies his crossbow at Null, as he's the only real target at the moment. But he is clearly not quite as expert as his buddy and manages to somehow miss you despite being a whole whooping 4 yards away.
I'm just going to chalk that up to, he was still shaken by Gnarl's threat.
Presumably.
Don't worry, I'll make that, not a threat anymore. I'll make it a reality soon.
Karsnicket, an angry woman, is attacking you.
It's time to use the staff of Ashu. Forgot what it does. Where is it? Staff of
It's in
Mustache.
the items.
Grants the effects of eating a warpstone token for 1 turn. For test. It's time to use that on Ludmilla, along with Warp Lightning. A very electrifying response, I know.
And what does eating 1 warp token do?
That's a good question.
I seem to remember explicitly telling you to write this down in your references.
Did
I
we?
believe so too.
Eating
yes.
warpstone tokens +4 to damage. Okay, there we go.
And
That's it. That's all it
no,
says.
that's not it.
Pretty sure there's also a bonus to the die roll as well.
Yes.
Oh, what's the bonus?
Oh my fuck.
Kyle?
Write this shit down.
I wrote
Write
it
this
down
shit down.
last
No,
time.
you didn't. Then why did
You
then why are
did,
you hiding?
liar.
Yeah, see?
Then why are you
Eating
finding it?
warpstone token +4. Well, apparently that wasn't on the list of things. Also, we have chaos now, so we don't use anymore.
You should be using chaos spells instead, Kyle.
You haven't handed me any.
I did. They're in the fucking
You said he
spell.
needed no. You explicitly said he needed reagents.
Yeah, you said I couldn't do it, and that I'd have to do like a
You
quest.
said it's
to
like
even
you.
get
It's
'em.
like these are kind of bullshit. Now that I think.
Oh
about
no. Like he can't
You
use his
lied to
reagent
me!
pouch for the crazier ones, like vials of fucking demon blood and shit.
Oh, the way you made it sound like when you were talking about it, like he physically couldn't use them unless he had those.
That's true. You did make it
Well.
sound that way.
Kyle, you were an idiot to think that.
You were the one who said it.
No.
You
I
did.
meant something different.
Well, what you
I
said,
meant something
I
different.
meant it, even though that's not what you thought it meant.
Then you can use chaos spells next round.
Wasn't it like a +10 to the rolls?
I don't think it was that ridiculous.
I don't know what it.
Okay.
Let's see what
So,
the rule.
Then probably equal to the
eating
power.
warpstone is equal to 5 doses of snuff, which gives you the +4 damage. But any dose of snuff gives you a +3 to casting rolls as well.
Snuff is different. +3 casting roll for snuff. I already got the +1 for that.
All right, so you get the damage and you get the casting roll.
Not for the warpstone token. Was that also just a +3 for that?
Yes, it's any warpstone gives you that. Like that's the basic for using warpstone.
Yuki Duke.
You should give some warpstone to Dev so we can overcast shit too.
Poor Barge. He's having a rough time today. He needs help. Let's see. Okay, so use staff +3 to the roll. Okay. But honestly, I'm gonna succeed it pretty much almost anyway. Lightning. And we're aiming at Ludmilla. That exceeds by a fuck ton. By an absolute metric fuck ton. There is just sad times, though.
You mean the fun times?
Yes.
Chaos table.
I'm gonna fucking laugh if you summon a like demon here. To be fair, if that did happen, I feel like it would be another chance to get the thugs to run.
No, this won't be a repeat of that one scene in the tower in that other RP where you summoned a demon.
I didn't do that.
Someone
I think
did.
those were rags. Somebody did.
That was Riggs.
I'm gonna say I know someone during that accidentally summoned a chaos abomination thing.
Yes.
And it worked out pretty well. In
Which-
fact, you should do that more often.
Turned us into somehow local legends and heroes.
Except for the fact the Inquisitor knew that there wasn't anything chaosy going on there.
I know. It wasn't an
They may have
Inquisitor.
gotten themselves a few enemies there, but that wasn't a problem.
It was getting invaded anyway. Who cares?
Just like the tail of the chunky lion as well. That was definitely a chaos manifestation too. Alright, for the second time in just a couple of sessions. Oh, that's kind of beautiful.
Was
Does his hair
Um,
stand on end?
No, no. Kyle, you remember what happened last time?
Nope.
Nope. Right, well, roll a d10, please.
Well, I want to roll damage. I no longer care about this. Tip, tip. 8.
8. You get another 8 insanity points.
8 insanity points.
8 insanity points.
Well, my character is fucking actually insane now.
A little crazy, yes.
I'm going to kill myself. This encounter intentionally ends. Do not actually stop me. Looks like my opportunity to finally get rid of my character has finally come.
As you get to see another vision of the horned rat in the shower.
That's
Ah,
10.
you meant that thing.
10
On the bright side, you
insanity
can buy
points.
Dark Lore of Chaos again if you wish.
I feel like at this point it should just be cheaper.
Can I get 100 XP back? No.
Well, you would have had to spend that regardless. But what it will do, because now you have double Dark Lore of Chaos. Add this to your character, Kyle, where you wrote down Dark Lore. Dark Lore +1. 1+ to casting Dark Lore spells.
Won't matter. I'll be dead after this encounter.
I feel like at this point the horned rat is like, maybe I need to change security codes to door.
Probably. Okay, let's see here. Roll a willpower test.
A willpower test.
Yep. Standard success, right? No negative effects as of yet.
Yay. If such a thing could be a yay.
Of course it's a yay. Now, your warp lightning does what, Kyle?
Finally, the more interesting thing. Where is it? Spell. So it's gonna be reference. It gets +4 to its damage. Spells. Spells. I think it's +5 to lightning. But I want to make sure. So that's a +9 in total. No matter what, she's hurting. It's not as good as it could have been.
Depending on what you roll, this might actually kill her. But
That's
these things
13
happen.
pips of damage. And I'll say yield. But, one eye's fucking retarded because... Well, actually, she wouldn't tell.
No. I know what happens.
One eye-
It doesn't matter what color your eyes were, they're brown now.
Hey, hi, how are you? They're not brown. This is a dumb joke, and I hate you for that. And now I'm going to charge you reparation tax for that. $50.
You'll be receiving nothing.
I will, Hands. You just don't realize it.
All right, that was indeed a little bit of damage, one can't lie. For trying to subdue this woman, you sure are being awfully fucking aggressive to her, I gotta say.
That's how you dominate a woman. You need to be...
Is she still lightly wounded after taking that?
She's still standing.
Okay.
That's the good part.
That's an absurd level of damage she's taken. Yeah, just beat her into submission. I'd say would be our primary focus.
Yep, alright. If that is the case. Would move up next to her. And, as part of the attack action, you will know your place.
A normal person would at least use the butt of their weapons at this point, but no.
Well, that's what Gnarl's going to attempt to do. Targeted. Attack die. Well, the skill to attack. Parry this.
Actually, she will do, she won't parry that, she will dodge that. Because she's a woman, and that is what women do. She's not very good at it, however. Damn it. Alright, that's it.
Alright. Unfortunately for you, I'm using the heavy bonky stick.
Stormvermin Halberd. Okay. Let's see. 10 minus, what was it? 4 for improvised damage. Let's see.
Non-lethal.
There. Ludmilla is, she will not yield, shall not yield. You're not my father. Which is probably true. Alright. She is going to go on the defensive. Take a defensive stance. As she yells at her goons to come save her. And it is Crash's turn.
So she must be hurt at this point.
Quite badly.
I'm just wondering, like, she's got bed sheets here, isn't she?
Yes.
Could I, like, grab the bed sheets and use them as, like, a net to try and, like, get it over her?
It would be a rather improvised net, but
I mean, if I just, like, come bounding off the bed with the sheet and try and just get it over her head.
yeah,
I'm
I can
behind
see
her
that.
anyway. I don't know what would the roll be for that.
She is distracted, looking the other
She's
direction.
distracted. She's hurt. And I think I have some height on her when I'm standing on the bed.
I would say probably it would be grapple with an advantage, because you're outnumbering her 3-1 now anyways.
Is grapple an advanced skill?
No, grapple is just a thing you do.
I don't see that.
No, it's not a skill at all, it's just an action.
Okay, and what's that based on?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out how grappling is spelled to
Because I would
find
have
out.
thought it'd be agility because I'm like leaping at her.
Grappling is Grappling.
Grippling? I don't believe you.
Yeah,
I'm not
finally.
necessarily
Just
grappling
looking
her.
at
I'm
the
jumping on
wrestling
it.
skill, You make an unarmed attack with a +10 bonus to weapon skill when attempting to grapple.
That's incorrect, Ketchup. How dare you?
No, I told you I'm reading from wrestling, and that's what it says for that.
Yeah, but that's wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not really wrestling. I'm jumping on her,
You silly willy.
pouncing her from behind with a bed sheet.
First, the character must hit with an unarmed attack. Right, so first you need to hit her with a weapon skill attack.
So it sounds like I was right.
Weapon skill.
No, you were incorrect about the bonus.
No, I was reading because you were trying to figure out what skill, which was weapon skill.
And do I get aim on that or?
I don't think you're close enough to charge. I think you're too close to charge because that's just one square.
Well, I'm not really charging. I'm jumping off the bed onto her.
Oh,
Wait.
don't dare charge. Because otherwise you'd have to move, and that would be a half action, which means you couldn't aim.
But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not walking towards her.
Well, then you'd be charging, but I don't think you're close enough to charge. So you would have to. Well, you can jump off the bed, but in effect you'll be walking. So no, you can't aim. Is the answer to that.
That's stupid.
Now she is getting attacked by 3 people, though, so you'll get a plus. Pretty big bonus to
I believe
the
it's
attack.
a +10.
That is 2 to 1. You're currently outnumbering her 3 to 1.
So it was 20 or?
20, yes.
Okay, come on, dice.
I mean, even without it,
I
that was
got it.
still good.
Yep, that's good enough. Now she needs to do an agility test, -2 because of your success.
She is also
Her agility
distracted.
isn't bad. A 4. Right, well, never mind that then.
It sounds like this is a 4 fight.
Sounds like this
This
is
was
DPK.
it was a good try.
Things are about to go very bad next round. I'm gonna say that much.
I tried.
No, you
It
did.
was a good try.
Encounter just isn't balanced for this.
Balanced, Kyle. You whingy little snowflake. Shut your mouth. Thug 6. Let's see. We'll try to help out their mistress. But they don't dare shooting into melee with Ludmilla in there. So he's going to have to move in. He draws a hand weapon. And he moves in. So that's both his actions. He doesn't have a quick draw, only quick reload. You can hear Feetsy's running outside as well. Thug 7 also draws his hand weapon, stepping over the prostrate form of Anatoly. And tries to get ready to fight next turn.
My
His
turn.
It's turn.
I feel like we're gonna get another storm inside.
Well, they are very bunched up.
Warp
I mean-
stone dusted.
Anatoly's not gonna have a good day, but he's a nasty little traitor.
He's
And
gonna
if-
be ignored.
If
Actually,
he were to die, his skull might be useful.
don't think he's gonna die. Actually,
I mean,
he's
I
not.
might want his skull regardless of.
Well, we're gonna need to still use him though. So let's see. Warp stone dust, and then
Simply
we'll
say
do-
this. There's multiple candidates here.
Yeah, and we're some of them.
I doubt we would
Oh, for God's sake!
consider ourselves traitors to ourselves.
The amount of electricity. The amount of...
That's why you should have used Chaos, Kyle.
More lightning. Ugh. Can we do
You
the
were
damage?
mumbling about Warpstone.
We're doing
dust.
the
Were you-
damage first because I
Are
did
you
use...
sniffing Warpstone
Yeah,
dust?
no, I used warpstone dust. I already ticked it off.
Okay, how many doses?
1.
1 dose. Okay, and what does that do for you?
References. That's well, it definitely succeeds. Another +3. But it adds +1 to damage.
Okay.
So that's gonna be +6 to the damage roll.
Yep, +6 to the damage roll, and then it's +3 to the casting rolls. Are you aiming this at Ludmilla?
Yes, I'm not gonna stop until I die.
So you're going to be using Warp Lightning on Ludmilla.
I already
On
did.
the heavily wounded character. Right.
She needs to go down.
Look, I tried to take her another way, but she dodged.
Because keep in mind,
so-
at this point, I can do a all-out attack.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you might be
can you
better taking out the
incapacitate her?
thugs. Yeah,
There's a decent chance.
He can do non-lethal with his weapon, I think.
Versus, it is really
Can?
hard to argue non-lethal damage for lightning. It is really hard to argue that one.
Yeah, I can't really
Well, I
argue
mean,
it
it's
with my
like
gun either.
you know, it's like gentle lightning, like tickle, tickle. It's like
Just
hey,
take the thugs out.
the thugs.
Otherwise, they're both gonna swing at you next round.
I mean, they're gonna swing at me no matter what next round.
Not if they're
Yeah.
dead.
But if
Yes, fine. The lightning strikes the thug to the bottom.
It's a bit too late now, Kyle.
Oh well, we gotta roll with the rolls then. How's Ludmilla doing? To be fair, she didn't submit.
Let's see, 23. That is
She doesn't have an arm anymore.
as long as she's not dead, that's all we care about.
I mean, if she's dead,
Like
she's
a
dead.
really big taser, you know?
The bonus objective was to take her alive.
I think she just disintegrated.
Pretty much. Her arm was blasted clear from her socket, and kneeling down, cradling the stump, spewing forth blood, she quickly expires.
Well, she was basically asking for it. We
If I'm
tried.
just stood there with the sheet as she just practically disintegrates in front of me, like, not going to need this anymore.
Now for the doubles.
Oh.
Now for the doubles.
Yep, we gotta get the. Now we gotta get the real problem out of the way.
She was on
Yeah, the real problem. You
Boobs.
could have solved the problem.
The
You
doubles.
didn't have to hear it.
Thing is, I don't want to be surrounded by 3.
Yeah, well, you should have killed the other two.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, I agree. This was Ketchup's fault for not pointing out that he could just have beaten her into submission next turn anyways.
No,
I
I
tried.
did. And he said, no, I want to do this.
I tried to do non-lethal. I could have just shot her.
We'll chalk it up to my character's insanity.
Alrighty
That's
then.
what you better
So,
take her skull. Make her useful in some way.
that's 2 13s. You know what the number 13 means, don't you, Kyle?
No. What kind of bumfuckery?
The Horned Rat's lucky number?
Yep.
For real?
That is the
13 is the
Horned
holy
Rat's
number.
lucky number.
Like I said, Karsnicket dies today.
The holy number of the Horned Rat.
13. God. Alright, let's do it.
Kyle, how could you do this to yourself?
Listen, Karsnicket, just once he had a taste of that sweet 13 asshole, like he can't stop now. He's like, I need.
That should actually have been an irresistible overcast too, but not like that would have mattered, frankly. Okie dokie then. Okay, that was pretty fun. Right. Roll a 1d10, please.
5.
You take 5 points of damage. No toughness, no armor.
That's preferable to the other stuff, at least.
as
Still got
a
healing draft,
sigil
remember?
of the horned rat burns its way into your forehead.
Interesting. 2 noses.
Yep.
Got a fucking horned rat sigil in the forehead.
On the bright side, at least now, if people of other faiths see you, it's like, he's one of them people.
It's time for you definitely to intervene hard in this combat, because Gibbs is gonna... Critical is approaching the hour.
What I was going to do is actually just rip her head off, because at this point,
We're in combat.
no,
Yeah. Now, there are
You said
bonuses.
intimidate?
Sure.
yes, that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Yeah, rip it.
The,
Okay.
the sigil of the horned
Let
rat,
Arch
which has
speak.
burned itself into your forehead, is the first of 13 such markings. If you ever get all 3, that means that your soul is forfeit to the horned rat.
Wait, what? Say that again?
If you get 13 of them, the horned rat eats you.
Oh, I thought you said 3 for a second.
No, 13.
Okay.
Lucky number, remember? Meanwhile, the horned rat's energy flows through you. You will undoubtedly be seen as particularly blessed by other Skaven. You also gain another magic point.
Oh my god. Well, this has been a very good session. Well, actually, no, not the insanity part. Never mind.
When we get back to the fucking war, and we'll just go to like the Warlock engineer. He must survive at any cost.
Wow, fucking 5. Jesus Christ, I'm a literal walking god. Next time we see Zephyr, he'll be like, what the fuck is that? Not only will it be a mutant blob.
See, this is why you should look into whatever spells you can cast on a half action so that you can cast multiple spells, since you're getting quite the magic power now.
Fucking 5 magic dice. Holy shit. That's retardo
5.
valuable. Well, I'm at 5 now, total. With the +1. Because I was at 4.
Gnarl, it is your turn. I suggest either you behead Karsnicket, because Kyle is suddenly happy, and it disturbs me a little bit. And he did just kill Ludmilla.
There was something, or a certain corpse now I did say I wanted to behead to get a intimidate roll on the guards.
Behead Ludmilla's corpse? What the fuck? How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, can I have that when you finished?
Maybe.
She's not a traitor.
She is a traitor.
He actually
No,
is.
she isn't.
Yeah, she
She
is.
set up an ambush for us.
She literally said, "We set a trap here for you." That sounds traitorous
Yeah,
to me.
but you betrayed her first. That's
No,
not how
you
traitors
see,
work.
no, that's semantics. As far as rats are concerned, they were always betrayed
My
first.
pedantry is better than yours in this regard.
It counts.
So yes, that is what Nara will do. He'll behead her and say, "Ludmilla is dead. Run."
Hold
or
on.
join
Roll
her."
weapon skill.
All right.
Because if you miss, it'd be funny. Fuck.
You see, somehow I knew that would work out.
I'm gonna roll parry.
It's a corpse. It's not doing anything. All right. So, justifiable enough action to roll intimidate.
See, you say that, but you fought the undead just a little while ago.
Yes, but these guards didn't.
Fine. Okay, then. Very well. You may do your thing. Your cool thing, to be fair.
You see, this is what I was wanting to do. This is the outcome I was expecting.
Well, you get to do it now.
Well, you also get a bonus to that.
Oh,
Yes,
I mean, you are holding her head.
I mean,
that's true.
that is factually true.
All right. Yep. The thugs seem very unnerved by this. They're not having any of this anymore, and they both turn and bolt for the door, using their disengage actions, of course.
I would hope so.
The door's closed. Kyle, could you come and open the door here?
They don't know how.
There.
There you go.
Eh.
Oh my!
What are you doing? How are you failing?
He's having a hard time.
They're climbing over each other, trying to run out the door at the same time.
There. They have figured out how to exit the door with
They have
one another.
exfiltrated successfully. All right. Was that all my action or just half?
That was all your actions.
I will accept this.
How dare you ask for more?
I'm a Skaven. I'm greedy.
Well, for all intents and purposes, as those two run through the cave, shouting about what's happened, the combat is over.
All right, and we lied, right? It's the day. We have a day still.
A day?
No, we're on the night of.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
the night of. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is they're coming here.
We need to get out of here.
I'm having scattered brain because I'm thinking about those reports.
One thing I will do if that's the case, Nara will quickly have a look around in this immediate room to see if there's anything of note to potentially pilfer.
I'm gonna secure Anatoly over here because I noticed that nobody's holding on to him anymore.
So yeah, that's what
In case he gets any
Nara was doing with
ideas.
this quick second, and then after that,
All
I'll
right.
recommend we exfiltrate ourselves.
Untie Anatoly. We're gonna need our little fucking useless retard.
Do we really want to untie him? We should just take him tied up because he did kind of betray us too.
The thing is,
We
we're gonna
need
have
him.
to tie him at some point anyway, and if we don't,
Yeah, but we would be better to get him on the boat so he doesn't run away and we have to chase him around the cave.
If we untie him, he's not gonna run away.
yeah, we saved him.
He's scared. Like he's not gonna. Like where's he gonna go?
Yes, but he also betrayed us.
Yes, but
And he
even
knows
with
he
that, we
betrayed us.
still attacked the other people, and you're siding with the Empire.
Okay,
Which
I
is
don't
what
really
he
see any
cares about.
reason to untie his hands right here, but okay.
It just makes him an unnecessary burden. He can care for himself. If he fucking falls behind and dies, then he falls behind and dies. Regardless, our mission was a success. Ludmilla has been dealt with. The Empire will be out of our hair. If we can escape the cave now.
A success. I'd call that a half success.
Time to leave, though. Oh, my character's upside down. It's unfortunate. I don't know how that happened. Now I understand.
You fell off the table. Now, Anatoly, once his hands are freed, figures out, thank you, my benevolent saviors. I knew he would come and get me all along. That's why I made that ruckus in the tavern, you see, so that you'd know that I was abducted. Yes. Now, you should leave quickly and leave me here so I can explain the situation to the Imperial agents.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, if if you fuck up your lie, they will find you out.
He looks hurt. God. Sir Skaven, do I look like a person who might fuck up a lie?
It might be
Skaven,
best if you
he did
come.
research. Nara will just simply look at him
Beastman, true.
with Ludmilla's head in his hand and just simply say, "No more fuck ups."
Let's see. Okay, in a moment of remarkable, I'm presuming adrenaline and/or ballsiness, not only doesn't even register the threat, he just reaches up and takes the head from you all giddy, like, yes, this will be the perfect proof. Thank you very much, Mr. Beastman.
Remember whose side you're on.
I will simply say, out of character, we actually do need that head.
Yeah,
We actually do need that. It's funny.
Because there was a reason. Because that's we do need the skull of a traitor for
He's
one of.
not a traitor, you
Art said
motherfucker.
it doesn't count for whatever reason.
No, we would know his head.
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
she
thought
did
he said
betray us.
I thought he said his.
Am I the only one listening to fucking Barge? or
The
am
only
my
traitor
ears
here
don't
is
work?
Anatoly. I mean, if you want to chop his head off, I'll let that count. But
Wait, we kind of
Okay,
need
fine.
him still.
If DM's saying like we just
Ooh.
magically know, no, we know his head doesn't count, then fine.
It's interesting. If we find somebody a more competent puppet down the line, Disco, we can betray Anatoly and then get his head.
If she,
I don't think we should leave him
basically-
here.
no, we
Like
have-
he's already given us up to one person. If they even put the tiniest bit of pressure on him, he's gonna give us up to them too.
We're gonna kind of have to leave him though, because this is kind of where the plan is gonna have to be dependent on him not fucking this part up, because he needs to ride this out so that he ascends the ranks of power, so that he can get a massive boost. Because our hope is that he will replace the guy in charge of this town. That's the whole thing of this plot. Him taking Ludmilla's head and the head of the crime syndicate will be. It's gonna be a very potent.
Except for he's already betrayed us. So how can we trust him to not betray us again?
we're Skaven. We betray people all the time.
Yeah,
and
we do.
We expect people to betray as well.
Yeah,
Like that's
it's
just
not like
a
this
thing.
is really a blemish on his character, as far as you're concerned.
Karsnekit isn't particularly offended. He's like,
we're
it's a minor betrayal. It's a
We're
minor
basically
betrayal.
relying on him wanting to better himself. Basically,
Hell,
just
if
relying on.
anything, I would argue this makes you feel more kind towards him. Like, yes, very Skaven-y, thank you.
Yeah, Karsnekit partially identifies with Anatoly, but not because of the fact that he's human, because that's repulsive.
If anything, you should be chanting right now, one of us, one of us.
Gooble gobble, gooble.
Terrible.
Well, this went remarkably well. Well, it
You
might
say that.
go remarkably well if it pans out. If not,
Then
Anatoly
it's
will be
probably
dead.
time to leave.
Yes, we do need to exfiltrate.
Time to go home.
32 seconds
Oh,
ago, Kyle
also-
was like, I'm going to die.
Did I
mean, I was
notice
pretty sure
anything
we were
with
gonna
the
die.
standard success of just looking around the room?
You find nothing of particular interest here. There's a pair of panties on the dresser, if you want to.
No. Those can stay there.
This is just like, no.
President's like, they not fit.
Might not be my size. Very well, but no, there is nothing else interesting in this room.
Crazy Karsnekit. Oh boy. Alright, time to get to the land boat. The boat?
Land boat.
Time to leave.
Water boat.
The land boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as we run through the cave, I'm definitely gonna perceive around just if anything particularly shiny is on display.
Well, there's nothing particularly shiny in this room or
That's
any
what
of
I
the corridors that you go through.
Oh, okay.
The
If you
tragic
stay
disco.
around for a convenient period of time, then who knows?
Some shiny
No,
nights.
I was just wanting to look as I ran through, in case there was just a shiny box somewhere. But if I don't see it as we're running out, then no.
In fact, you know what? Out of the corner of your eyes, you see something shiny, a bit of a detour over there.
I said as we run through.
Like it's just a small detour. How much time can it
No.
possibly take?
It's not on my path. I'm not looking for it. Hello, kitty.
All right. Well, you run out of the cave. The caves have been cleared of any goons quite thoroughly. You don't see a single one. A blonde thug is, of course, safe because he's the most important character in this.
Good. He was the only blonde thug I saw.
Yes.
It was the only blonde thug on the combat tracker, it's true.
He was the only one with value. Anatoly stays behind to greet his rescuers. as the rest of you run through the cave. You sure you don't want to take a little detour? Just a little detour?
Sounds like a trap.
Yep.
Gnarl has no interest, really. Like, sure,
Maybe
there might be
magic
like
weapon?
monetary value stuff, but that's not the reason we were here.
Yeah, I was only glancing on the way past, if anything.
Plus,
was
like, we
awkward.
knew that
Ah,
the
no!
effectively the raid was coming soon, so don't want to be here.
All right. Roll agility, all of you, please.
Come now, we don't need to be rude. Eh,
Come now. Ah. And Disco.
Wait, what? Sorry, the cat was jumping up on things. What do you want?
Agility.
I'm assuming for damage on the way out.
Right. Gnarl jumps over the pit in the ground. Scrazzle and Cosnick, it does not.
Okay. Then
How
we
was there no pit on the way in?
use the teleport spell. Get out. Poof.
Damn it.
Well, I was not gonna stay in there.
I was kind of hoping you'd forgotten about that.
How do you think he was expecting to get off the island quickly?
How did we miss the pit on the way in?
If they were honestly,
It was a trap they set.
Yep.
Yes, it's a trap.
That was part of the
We missed the
defenses
pit
of
on
the
the-
cave.
That's great.
I honestly expected they would have some of those in here somewhere, but since we were invited.
Yes. It's literally like you can look up and it's a trap door and it's got little like connectors on the side. So clearly a lever needs to be pulled to pull away the supports to actually allow people to fall into it.
It's gonna look at Carson and be like, "Excuse your leave? Yes."
Skarsnik grows mysteriously silent.
Carson thinks it's crazy. He doesn't know what's happening. He sees rainbows and butterflies. Wheels of cheese.
He's just he slowly starts to get annoyed at anything that's just not brown.
Like, oh my god, it isn't brown enough.
Would you like to help poor Disco out of the hole?
Would just get her leap with her because she's in proximity.
You gotta cast it twice.
Oh my goodness. Yes. It's the only way to get down there and get her out. Let's go.
Okay, fine. I guess you make it fucking out then.
Bjorge. Bjorge is like, let's try to like get the stakes up, and Kibbs is like, I would like a steak.
Well, you can get a steak if you just stay for a bit.
Increase the stakes.
Time to leave.
That's funny.
Right. Very well. You leave the cave, then you fucking spoil sports.
Yes, we do. We are cowards and proud of it.
As you do, you're only a few meters away, like a couple 10, 20 meters or so in the middle of the night away, when you see another boat head out to the cave, and then another, all with blazing torches. You count a total of 10 boats loaded full of what looks like actual proper Imperial state troops. Like with your superior night vision, you see them. They're all wearing cuirasses, swords, shield. They've got gunpowder weapons. There are two relatively interesting-looking persons as well in all of this, which you're going to have to wait for the reveal for, because I need to remember how to do the thingity-bob again. That's your clue to provide distraction for a bit.
I see B. Latvis is saying the piles of gold are sad, and I was just looking for the meme that describes the piles of gold.
Oh,
in-
click on
where
it,
it's like
empty.
gold pile empty.
I'm
I
just trying to
remember
find
that.
it. There we go. I found it. Here, you can show them this, Kyle.
But I will pull it up when Barch and I... Fuck! When Barch and
What
I
was
played
that?
this game...
What was that?
When
This
Barch
is
and
the
I
piles of gold.
I remember we played this game, Divinity, and it we were like, "Oh my god, gold pile!" And we clicked on it, it says empty, and Arch
Who's
is like,
moving people around the map?
"This doesn't matter if there's somebody moving somebody around the map."
Is there even a map to move people around?
I don't know why,
Yeah,
but
there's
hands,
Zavastra.
hands calm, hands
Well-
breathe.
Have fun
Yeah.
with Zavastra, I guess.
This
I-
is
I assume that's the one you were like messing with.
Already be messing
don't
with the
know.
map.
don't go that
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, what
Why
do
would
you
you
do?
be messing with the map?
But yeah, this is the gold piles in in
Gold
Arch's
pile,
office.
empty.
It's like, gold! I see lots of gold. There's no gold there. Oh.
Disco,
The
make the
gold pile
kitty
is
noises
empty.
for the distraction.
No, Kitty's just been booted out of the room because he was
Disco?
scaling the bookshelf.
Be quiet. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna say nya.
You are gonna make Kippy noises,
No,
and then you're
Disco.
gonna apologize to me for your cheek. Both of them.
For your cheek. No, bullying Disco is my favorite pastime. No, there's no apologizing
Fake.
for that.
Kippy noises.
Make disky noises. It's time for Disco to
I have
Nyat chat.
successfully shared a new image. Look at it.
Nyat chat seductively. I'm sure that'll fucking make them go wild.
No.
Do it.
Question marks. My God.
Question
She's
marks.
like, oh, I'm Scottish. Me teeth are crooked. They are questions.
Oh, there's one. I see one. He is.
Oh, he is a lad. He is. Are those his teeth?
Why does he have skulls on his hat?
That's
Why
just an
wouldn't he?
Empire iconography.
The Empire
To be
likes
fair,
skulls.
he might be related to like more worship because isn't his iconography a skull?
Don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know. How dare you ask?
That
Asking
one looks
you.
kind of sad.
That's probably a wizard.
Yeah.
Why does he look sad? This guy?
I don't know. I'm
Let's-
not gonna ask him.
Might be a grill.
A grill.
With that nose,
Yeah, with
a
that
sad
nose.
fate.
The eyes look very grillish, though. That's the problem.
Do they?
Yeah. It's probably because there's lots of black there, so it looks like they're big eyelashes.
I think it's just meant to be like just shading.
Yeah, I think it's just shading.
Yeah, that's weird, Kyle. I don't even know why that would be a grill. I mean,
Grill.
that's just strange.
I think I've nailed it on the head, and Barch is now fucking doing his Barch thing.
Maybe it's another vampire.
True, we killed one vampire. We gotta get the next one now. Whoever she is. Whoever she... We're now
In the boat,
the
there are
vampire
two
slayers.
individuals. The one in the first boat is a enormous mountain of a lad, a giant, huge, with a fantastic mustache. Look at that thing. Fucking look at that thing. Look at it, Kyle.
It's
Look.
big. Bushy.
It's not bushy.
Yeah,
It's
Bushy's-
perfectly shaped. It's not a bushy mustache, Kyle.
looks bushy.
It's God damn it. Shame on you.
He's too easy.
Bright, beautiful white beard with a fantastic mustache. His nose looking a little beaten up there, but such is life. He also is carrying an enormous two-handed sword, which looks almost as if it's custom made for killing certain annoying tanks with a lot of plate armor. Weird that. And the
Targeted.
second character is a far more mysterious man. Not a grill, you fucking fetishist. A man.
Grill.
He is tall and cadaverous looking, very thin. He wears a weird clothing, I suppose you could call it, seemingly made of nets and fishing hooks. And there is seaweed and tallow in his hair. He also has this weird white, almost bluish bloated complexion. And he carries a staff, which is also topped with what looks like living seaweed that's waving and tendriling in the air.
Neato, Cheeto. It's weird that she does that, though.
It's not at all weird, because it's not a she.
See, he's denying it, which means it's true. We know how this works. Don't lie.
Roll for initiative, Kyle.
He's like, I will kill you.
You can make it back to your cavern now, if you wish, or you can stick around. I don't see any particular reason why you shouldn't.
Lance, how do you feel about this?
I feel like we should leave.
About this.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Okay.
Not very descriptive, Ketchup. What are your emotions right now?
Absolutely devoid of soul. He's just like,
My feelings are there.
oh god, I threw something by accident out of me. Oh, no. Oh, hands. Oh, adorable.
But
All
how
right.
do you feel, Ketchup? What is inside of you right now?
Probably organs.
Let's take a brief pause here and talk about Ketchup's feelings for a little bit.
I feel like Ketchup needs to have his feelings talked about. Oh no.
He doesn't seem very forthcoming, Jet. I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to talk about Ketchup's feelings today. Oh, well. We tried, and he denied us.
True.
Alright, it is Dev's bedtime. Not that that particularly matters today, but...
Also time to get back to reports. Ugh.
You still
Kyle.
doing report.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Quit
can
your
keep
job.
going if you want. I haven't done much today.
It's true. Actually, Dev, what are your feelings about this?
Yeah, Dev.
How do you feel?
I'm
Ki-
feeling like Dev's XP should get split between the rest of us.
Ludmilla is dead, Dev. How do you feel about that?
You guys fucked it up. Also,
You
have
say we.
Kibbs' insanity.
There's only one person who did that.
Does Kibbs, you have 8 insanity points?
10.
Ken?
He gained
Okay.
a decent amount.
I
today.
gained 8.
Okay. Doesn't that make your character unplayable?
Not quite yet.
Not yet, but we're getting there.
Is there a way
Alright,
to
let's-
reduce them?
Well, if you guys
Technically,
want to come
yes.
back to the ship, I'll just be waiting for the report, sitting up in bed, being like, "How'd you guys fuck it up?"
Yep, that's the first thing that happens when you get back. Just Dev staring at you like, so,
I
tell
like
me how
it.
you fucked up.
It's like,
I like how Dev would be asking how we fucked up. Dev has fucked up every sneaky squeaky mission ever.
yeah, it's true actually.
That might be true, but right now he holds the moral high ground.
He doesn't. He wasn't even
How can
here.
you hold the moral high ground when he's nothing but a pile of flesh and
Yeah,
bones?
he's
on
like,
a
how did you
bed?"
fuck it up? And we're like, we basically did a you.
We did what
Dev
you
sits
did
there.
all the time.
Elevated on a mountain of pillows, like he's towering
Oh
above
my
you in his
God.
moral high ground right now.
He's a literal underling rat. He doesn't have an opinion.
Tell Dev how you did.
No.
That's how you know it went good. Okay, now,
I don't win. My character is currently too crazy to understand what's happening right now.
I think we need to get Kyle some therapy.
When you guys walk in, I'll just ask, "Where's that lewd mussy?"
All right, kill him. Just start attacking him. That's too far.
If that's what Rattata legitimately asks, Gnarl will simply respond, Karsnicket couldn't help himself. She's dead.
You respond
But
to
dealt
lewd
with.
mussy. All
No,
right,
No, because he's genuinely asking about a report, so I will give him something.
lewd mussy.
It is a terrible name, though. He should die for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can answer his
Alright.
question, but we
Well,
still
quick
have
draw
to kill
my
him.
pistol.
We still-
You're just
There's
gonna bring
no
the head in?
excuse
I'll just be
for
like,
that.
Okay. Oh, you
Time
brought
to
back your
put this
head.
one down.
No, if, we didn't even do that, and I totally wanted it.
Look
Shut
at
the
him,
fuck up.
seeing things that didn't even happen.
Dev, where is Ludmilla? Kyle throws him her arm. Thanks. Okay, so what does 10 insanity
Thanks.
points actually mean?
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
pretty bad. Rules is written, if I remember right.
Let me look it up.
Either way, we should end it here.
Just quickly before that, though. Just right before that, though. Just right before that, though. You're having your little discussion with Dev. He's yelling at you. Thing is going on as usual.
I mean, he can't yell at a Gracier.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Especially if you're insane. I don't give a fuck.
Not with my marking. I'm blessed now.
That is true.
Good, you might be more
He did
useful to-
receive one of
I think
the
I need one of those.
13 marks.
You're not the only magic mouse here, Kibbs.
Yes, I am the most, and I'm the holiest. I'm literally a prophet. You cannot talk back to me until I'm dead.
That's right. Arch, what are the insanity rules anyway?
When he gains an insanity point above 6, which is what happened today, he needs to pass a willpower test or get a disorder. And he passed his willpower test.
Okay.
But his insanity point remains total. It remains the same.
Jesus.
How do we reduce them?
Well, there's the surgery option, which it's got some really good rules that basically means that either the character loses like 10, like 1d10 of intelligence permanently, or he dies.
Are we gonna lobotomize Kyle?
Lobotomize the Korsnick.
That is basically what the insanity fixing rules boil down to in many cases. Yes,
Well,
it's
if you can
yeah.
cover the party's intelligence... No, wait, intelligence is tied to casting, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I have some intelligence.
If so, it's better that I do. Nah, I'll just keep rolling with the insanity I have. And if he
Is
dies,
that the only
he
way to bring it
dies.
down?
No, whenever he fails a willpower test to get an affliction, he loses 6 insanity points.
Yep.
And what are
Yep,
the
I think I'm the same
inflictions
thing
like?
that you are.
Oh, the inflictions are mighty gentle and nothing particularly bad.
I'm sure.
That sounds
There's
like
a few
lies.
bad ones in here. There's a few.
Maybe,
There was a
maybe.
few really bad ones in there.
But what are the odds he'll get those, huh?
He could roll to get schizophrenia. That's pretty bad.
I feel like Kyle wouldn't have any problems with role-playing schizophrenia.
Karsnick, it's gonna become the Lich. I'm gonna be
Oh, you can
just
also-
the same.
You also get a drug treatment to try and.
We can drug him? I might be able to help with that.
No,
Yeah, the drug
Yeah.
treatment is actually way more gentle than surgery.
don't take
I
away
mean,
my
technically
only
speaking,
out.
there is a spell called Cure Insanity.
Hold on,
Technically
guys.
speaking.
There's no need to
Does it
cure
kill him?
this, okay? When Kibbs loses Karsnicket, I can finally reroll a non-caster, and then I'll never have to worry about casting.
We just need to somehow find
Where'd you
and
play it?
capture.
I don't know. I've got a couple ideas on a few characters. If Karsnicket dies, one path is to take the path that Hans was going with Mulder, because that's always looked fun. That's what I tried to do in the first campaign.
Oh,
You could do what Mangle could not. Get a Hell Pit Abomination.
Well, maybe.
any character that can make potions can actually make potions to suppress disorders.
I mean, I literally just said that.
Yeah, there's a way.
Disco the Ignored. She's
Uh,
like,
We hold down Karsnicket as he tries to commit suicide. No. Not your time
no.
yet.
It's like,
Sorry,
no,
Disco.
we'll just make a dark gun, and then, like,
dark
you won't have an option. We'll just, like, shoot it at
Look
him.
at it this way. Karsnicket and Puggles now have something to fucking bond over. Desire for death.
But yeah, Disco, there's like herbal potions and there's magic potions. They can both kind of do the same thing with different skills.
I figured that potion making could be done both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't gotten any serious afflictions or problems yet. In fact, all we have is it's just a static number that means nothing at the moment.
Wow.
Oh, so
it
like,
doesn't
just
mean
having
nothing,
10
Kyle.
Just having 10
I
insanity.
mean, there
means
is
nothing?
character death, like at 30, if I remember right.
De facto, yes, where you basically you can't play your character anymore because he's that insane.
Yep. The character will still be like, okay, so if
They're
this happens,
still around.
Karsnicket will still be there. You're probably gonna have to kill him.
At this point, I think a few members of the party wouldn't mind doing that.
At that
gonna
moment,
have to-
Karsnicket needs to be killed because Karsnicket is literally a NPC.
More of a detriment to the Warren.
Gotta
But
start working.
as everyone else goes their separate ways, goes to bed, disappointed by Karsnicket's many failures, Karsnicket goes to bed as well. He snuggles up under his little blanket. He's feeling a little bit headachy, and he's complaining to himself, "Not Karsnicket's fault, woman not resistant to electricity."
From his point of view, she should have been more shockproof.
And in the images, I've now posted a strange hallucination as Kyle starts hearing the voice and opens his eyes to see a strange creature in front of him.
Images.
Oh, I see it.
What the fuck?
That's a fair reaction to have.
Like, it's a cat girl.
All we hear is a scream.
It's his worst.
What?
It's his
Scream
worst
of
predator.
Absolute fear and terror, yes.
It would be a rat person's worst fear.
Yes. As a cat monster appears before you and starts meowing at you. Nyan nyan. Disco can do the nyan nyan part.
Disco.
No.
God damn it.
I'm just imagining
Yeah.
hearing Karstik just go like, no, nyan nyan.
No, I can't. I'll actually just be like, we all just hear this piercing scream throughout the phone. Like, what? That?
What that is a creature of great horror. Necromancer has appeared. All right.
Indeed.
So
It is the great legendary beast of Skavendom, the Necromancer.
She is known for killing all Skavens.
Boogeyman of many Warrens.
Her appearance means inevitable death. It
The-
might take a while, but eventually.
The end times of all rat kind.
This will also give me an excuse to look up various cat girls for every session.
As if you needed an excuse.
Karsnicket's
Oh,
becoming a
having one is
fucking
always good.
skinny. It's like a furry, but for Skaven. Oh no, he's developed a fucking human fetish. No.
No, that would be the funniest thing. It's like, actually, might have been attracted to Ludmilla. Kind of feel bad about that one.
He's like, actually, I kind of feel a little stiffy right now, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, whoa. Disgusting. Rats are for rats, not for people.
You see, now I'm just imagining him being that, that like stereotype where it's like the
Jesus.
hyper conservative, but like secretly they're actually into a bunch of degenerate shit. It's basically Karsnicket right now.
That reminds me, I forgot to roll toughness for Karsnicket and Disco, so I guess you two both just start shitting yourself uncontrollably.
Oh yeah, you did. Actually, no, let's do the rolls
What?
now. I think I'm gonna fail mine.
Wait, for what?
If you
The
remember,
poison.
we all had tea or whatnot.
Well, I mean, it happened, so we should get the effects.
I mean, I just dipped my finger in it.
You still licked your finger though, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have the squirts?
The poison is in you.
Wow, we're fucking just really good at this, aren't we? We're like, nah, whatever, bruh.
Yep, apparently the poison wasn't very effective at all.
Ludmilla kind of sucks poisoning people.
Yeah, that was kind of tragic. Oh well. It was
See,
an effort.
I was right, not poisoned.
As far as we're
I mean, if
concerned,
you
it isn't.
taste it and you test it and you have no side effects, I mean,
Wasn't
unless you're willing to
poisoned.
do a further investigation as far as you're concerned, yeah, there was no poison.
I mean, I inspected it. I was sure there was no poison. Never mind the bedroll. And apparently there was no poison.
Interesting.
The Great Horned Rat.
Yeah, I saw that one as you just read it. I like that Sandu. That was good.
That might be the official lore from now on.
Oh my god, ex-girlfriend. The fact that they were together is already astounding.
Look, they're
And now
chaos.
she wants
they're chaos
revenge.
They're chaos entities. It doesn't have to make full
It's
sense.
true. She'll get revenge by fucking with the Horned Rat's plans, and because we're part of the Horned Rat's plans, well,
No, what's worse, just in your dream, she'll just like
collateral.
put like some of her hair on you. So next time you go see the horned rat, it's like, who are you lying with? It's like, no one else, great horned rat, only you.
Only you. It's like that scene where Schmeagol fucking sprinkles crumbs on Sam, you know.
I
So-
only have eyes for you and great hole.
Great.
Well, now I'm going to get to the super chats, and then I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to figure out a way to make Kyle's lives miserable. With
Kyle's
this.
lies.
Before you get too far
How
into
much
that,
XP do we get for Ludmilla's head?
Ludmilla gives minus XP. That was a failure, a mission
No.
failure. in fact.
How much XP
A
do
boss kill is a boss kill.
we get? We did well. Except
A
Dev.
boss kill. You get
Hold on.
100 XP each. Even dead.
What?
Thank you.
100
What do you
just
mean
for
only 100? 100 is just for the
basic?
session. We did a combat.
and it was
Didn't kill
plot.
anyone.
I mean, we did.
I'm pretty sure Ludmilla would disagree.
Yeah, we did kill the boss.
You don't know
Also,
about
that was plot relevant.
That was a big
If she
story.
was truly a vampire, she's still not dead.
This means Ludmilla did not matter in the slightest, and we've been fucking duped this whole time.
Well, she did really know.
So we
but she
only get the
fucking
basic
sucks.
XP for doing the session.
I mean,
then.
that is true. She was a no-name villain, but like still. Well, she had a
But you
name.
did build her up
She
to be
did
far
have a
more
name.
interesting.
Well, no, the thing is, it was the potential that she
Yeah.
would have been something that the party's more latching on to.
She
Because you are
wasn't
correct.
really
Currently, she
important.
wasn't really anything big.
But it was the we made it blown up with my plan of like using her as a fucking.
No, that was actually still a good idea because
Yeah.
she's a human who could talk to other humans.
It sounded a lot of cool on paper, but it was all again on paper.
All you needed to
Only
do was
'cause
just
you
fucking
killed her.
knock her out, and I could have tortured her to make her our servant, but no.
True.
It's tragic, but the combat encounter needed to end.
Right, so we only get the basic XP.
Yes.
Yes.
She wasn't apparently important in the slightest.
Yeah, well, we still killed someone, and so we should get XP for killing someone.
Is that how that's ever worked? I don't even know. So wait,
Not
look,
really.
There's 100 minimum for just doing the session, and then there's other things you can throw on top of it.
so just to clarify, this is like this whole thing was so unimportant, like it just didn't matter. Like her
No,
organization.
there was an opportunity here for a bonus XP. But yes, in the terms of the wider story, this was a player-made objective, basically.
Just interesting.
Okay.
Now then, Black 1917 says, late, rat must be punished, no XP. It would be slightly cruel. Only slightly. Lord of the Possum says, saw Dev's face on stream. Nice beard. Does Dev have a beard?
He was bald last I checked.
Sometimes I just get lazy about shaving.
That's how my beard is as long as it is. It's like, I could shave, I just don't want to right now.
So, you don't have a beard, you're just a slob.
It is a beard.
That is shameful, Dev. Lord of the Possum also says, tie a chain around Dev and use him as a wrecking ball. Could have worked. He might have taken some damage, though.
Yeah, I'm
Van
still
Doom?
in critical. We need like one more night before I can even get out of bed.
Well, that's this night, so you'll be ready to go again next turn. Sandoom says, hello, Archon, everyone. I've give Mun and as well as fan art in Bickering Bunch Discord.
Yep. Hold that up, but I'll do it again.
Good. Good, Kyle.
There you go.
Scott the Celt says, Dev Hawkins and many pencils for Gibbs. Yes, yes.
Ketchup. Hands.
Lord of the Opossums, how much to become an NPC in the RP? One Ukrainian state budget. That should put it fairly far out of reach, in my opinion. Insane Hippie Sane says Dev can play as the Skaven engineer in the tavern whilst his main character heals. Maybe we'll come up with something like that if we are ever in kind of a time crunch again, so that even Dev can have the glorious enjoyment of dying somewhere again.
Although if he gets that character killed, then my quest goes out the window.
Which one? Vasily?
Not necessarily, because the guy told you it's like, okay, here's what you need to do to make your
Yeah,
things.
No, he's making it for me. I need to take
Oh,
his
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Now, I think if my guy dies, I'm gonna do that homebrew plague monk idea we had. I think that's the idea.
The Doom says, here's money for Squex, good time chuckles, and kitty noises. No kitty noises today, tragically.
Always
Disco
time
is
for
being
Squex.
obstinate, refusing to make her own kitty noises.
True. Can't believe this happened.
It is difficult.
That's some
to
pretty
believe.
good artwork. Of me in the wheelchair. That's pretty good.
Lord of the
You didn't
Opossum
get a
says,
wheelchair.
Kai likes to project his gayness onto hands.
He does do that.
Don't need to project when you're got a ketchup bottle next to you. True.
That is a pretty good wheelchair, though. The two fat rats. See, that would be a good character. I think maybe you should stay crippled for a while, Dev. Ozzy Mundus says, Arch, what happened to the Horus Heresy lore videos? I got to the point where they started really getting off track with the Horus Heresy, and that just started pissed me off. So I put those on indefinite hiatus for the time being until I can eventually simmer myself down. Oh god, I hate the later Horus Heresy, where they are actively just trying to destroy the Emperor. Not fond of it. Alex Hoffman, kill Kibbs, hail Arch, Dev equals happy fat rat, and then there are two other much less important things.
Rude.
Cruel. Breed Kibbs, not kill. Lord of the Possum says Dev's personal quest is learning to love himself via food, presumably. Lord of the Possum also says Dev tries to seduce her. We all know she likes the fur. And wait, is Ludmilla going to grape Kibbs?
You tried.
I should have had Ludmilla hit Kibbs harder, as it turns out. If I had just incapacitated Kyle, we could have had a much better story here. Black Knight 17, Cast Naked walks into a wall like a Skyrim NPC.
Yeah.
Ah, Skyrim. Black 1917 also says, Scrazzle scrambles under the bed. Seconds later, the barrel of a Jezile pops out.
Not under the bed, on the bed, although that was an option.
We already showed it, Sandra. I'm not sure if you saw it. It was up on stream. But we did show your art. And Dev had a comment for it. Dev, you want to tell Sandro? Dev, tell him.
Wait, what was the comment?
About his art. He's the one who drew
It's
the
good.
wheelchair. You liked it.
It's good.
Lord of the Possum says, Kyle looking at her with slave Leia bikini. I mean, all of this eroticism works out very badly in the end. That's the problem.
Yeah, just a little bit, doesn't it? It's like What does Karsnick get into? He just like some dark fucking fantasy. He just fucking turned her into Twinkle.
Rather disgusting, in my opinion. Yawn. Black 1917 says, Rat power. Yes. Lord of the Possums, Kyle, I love women that wants to kill me. God, everyone wanted her to live, and then Kyle just had to be Kyle. Condemn him. Condemn him most thoroughly. Sandum, Kibb's Horned Rat branding is the equivalent of Mike Tyson tattoo, something you get on a drug binge. But for Kibbs, it was a bad Warpstone trip. I prefer to look at it as a tramp stamp myself. No objections. He agrees. Armand Pax, use necromancy to bring her back as a vampire. That's a good idea. Why didn't you do that? They don't know. Well, I guess you're going to have to learn necromancy then. And finally, Boag says, did Kibbs just assume someone's gender? Hashtag cancel Kibbs. That's true. He did. And to a man as well. I guess that makes it less a crime, so...
Yeah, can't...
Maybe it should be a woman now.
Partial cancel. Oh, wait, yeah, maybe she identifies. You know? Got him. First woman in the Empire to be trans. You're welcome.
Condemned, Kyler, says the chat, yes.
Kyler?
Kyler. It's your new name. It's kind of like Skylar. Skylar has a tramp stamp, too.
Oof, I definitely don't like that name. Skylar. That's just screams great. It's like they wanted to name them Kyle or Kylie, but they're like, I'm gonna name it Skylar.
Well, here you go, chat. That's your next nickname for Kyle.
Yeah, not gonna work. Boy.
Skylar. Skylar is an interesting name. I think I shall adopt it now.
It's a dumb
Wasn't
name.
that the name of the wife in Breaking Bad?
Well, let's ask Google. Skylar.
I think it was. I have a feeling it was. I might be wrong.
Google doesn't give me any good information about this, but it
Yeah.
does give me a picture of a
Skylar
furry.
White was his
Oh.
wife.
Well, there you go, Kyle. You're the wife of that guy from Malcolm in the Middle.
She's such an unlikable character.
Just a little bit.
I didn't watch the show, so I have no comment. I've seen
You
the memes.
should watch Breaking Bad just to be confused as to why it's so popular. Like I don't. Everyone, oh my god, it's so genius. I just watched it. I was bored through almost all of it.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I don't get it.
About halfway through, you're like, wait a minute. I'm rooting for the bad guy.
Halfway through. See, that's the problem.
If you
I
wanted
knew
a simple explanation, it's just character work. That's why people liked it.
Maybe it's like people's first identifying with the villain show, where they're like, "Oh my god, he's so complex."
No?
Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it,
Mm.
Ketchup.
No, I think you're
Yes.
incredibly off on that assessment.
Yes, I think I'm right, Ketchup.
Everyone else thinks you're wrong.
I think that more or less nails it. There's also the problem that I literally cannot see him as anything else but the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. It's impossible. He basically acts the exact same way. Although that would have made it a better story if that guy turned out to be a meth dealer. Even the chat is coping. Kyle is correct in this. Breaking Bad was a bad show and should be ashamed of itself. Anywho, we will wrap it up there. So until next time, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for your very generous donations. And hopefully we'll be back next week with another session of the Skaven RP. This time even featuring Dev.
Dev was here?
Maybe.
Also, Artemis Fowl says hashtag
Maybe.
blame Skylar.
Yeah, blame Skylar. Ketchup's
You
other
should add in a
nickname.
K in front of that. Blame Skylar so as to make it a little bit more obvious.
It doesn't help.
Anywho, good night.